What's up, party people? Excuse me. It's one of those days. We're back with a brand new edition, of course. I am your manifestation bestie, Jen, where I teach you how to leverage the law of assumption and literally everything in your fucking life to work for you and in your favor. I obviously know that sounds good. You should click that follow button, subscribe button, wherever you're watching from. Also, we highly encourage around here for you to, what up, Taylor girlfriend, to repost the live until we get to 10K. And then obviously we give away prizes for that. What up, Lindsay girlfriend? Good morning, Angela. Good morning, Serena. Okay, so thanks, girl. I try, but I have a bit of a headache today, but that's okay. That's okay. We're going to talk about a couple things today. But also, if you're interested in having me manifest your SP for you, what up, Jacqueline? Or you want to work with me one-on-one so you can figure out where you're going wrong so you can get your shit right and tight, all links are in my bio. Okay, we also have a WhatsApp community. We have text coaching, all the things. We got you covered. Guided hypnosis audios, meditations, all the fucking thing. Okay? Now, if you have any questions regarding SP, weight loss, business success, or money, or health, drop a comment down below. I'm here to help you out, sis, or bruh. Okay? Okay, it is. What up, Just Nikki? Plus, does anybody find it more entertaining when big, we'll call them creators in my space, are now following me? I said, good. Maybe they'll stick around, learn a couple things. Because there's some weird shit going on the internet. Can we just talk about that for a second? There's some weird shit. I watched the strangest video today. What up, Storm? And like, I was watching and I was so fucking confused. I was like, wait, why are people talking about, this is why you got to be careful what you consume on the internet, is apparently people are talking about, that people are not real. That, like, what? And it's like your perception. Oh, Sabrina. Sorry, I'll call you today. But like, or your perception of them is different. Like people are different based on your perception of them and so forth. Like it's not real. And I was like, huh? I was so confused. I was like, I don't even understand what they're talking about. I was like, no, I'm pretty sure I look the same to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like, to you, I've got blonde hair, but to someone else, I've got brown hair and I'm 500 pounds. So I was like, no. And I'm pretty sure that red rose, everyone sees as a red rose. And it's not like, it's red rose to me because it's in my reality. But to you, that shit is blue, bitch. Be careful what you're consuming on the internet. I'm just saying, if it doesn't make sense, it's probably not true. Okay? Like, it's what you guys got to realize is if it doesn't make sense to your logical brain, your subconscious mind is automatically going to reject it, which it has to get into your subconscious mind. So while these people want to talk all woo-woo shit out here and all this, what up, Laura? I responded to the first part of your message, but I got you, bitch, today. Okay. It's just weird to me. It's weird. It has to make sense. You have to understand this. And so if people want to get all woo-woo with your ass and talk about things that logically don't make sense, or you have to try to figure out what they're talking about, you should probably not listen. Because if it doesn't make sense to your conscious mind, it is not going to make sense to your subconscious mind. It's not even going to get a chance to get up in that shit. Okay? So don't do that. All right? Now, we are offering, a lot of people have been asking for help in rewriting stories of your SP. It's very, very important to rewrite your SP's story because, so if you're interested in that, contact Bevy. What up, kitty cat cat? Contact Bevy, Chanel, or Serena. and they can help get you all hooked up. Because what you have to understand is when you rewrite your SP story, because here's why you have to rewrite their story, is at some point in your relationship, they tell you about their life, right? They tell you about their childhood, their upbringing, their life in general, what they're currently going through in their own reality. And they talk about past relationships, all of that stuff, right? And so at the time that they tell you certain things, it bothers you. It will bother you, like the negative shit, obviously. It will bother you at first, but then you move on from that. But the problem is you've never changed that. You've never told a different story. And if you don't tell a different story, guess what's still playing out in your reality? That shit. Because you've never changed it. You've never told something different. This is why you justify their behavior that you don't like. You make excuses for them. All of these things, because you've listened to the things that they've told you about themselves and their life and their their exes, all that shit. And it's impacting your relationship now because that's how you see them as a person. Okay. So if like your SP has told you, that they just have a hard time trusting in relationships because they've been hurt so many times in the past. Let's just say that they told you that. Is you may not think it's bothering you or affecting you, but it very much is affecting your relationship. Okay? Because you're tending to, what up, son? You're tending to over-explain things, right? You're tending to let that, even though you're not consciously aware of it, subconsciously it's still playing out in your reality. So they can't, like, let's say they told you that whenever they end a relationship, they don't go back. Well, if that's what you believe, this is why you're not seeing movement, because you've listened to them. You've heard what they said. That becomes a problem for you because they can't come back if that's what they've told you and that's what you believe. Okay. Can't do that. So that's when you change that and tell a different story. Okay. But luckily for you, it's kind of, not to toot my own horn, but toot. That's kind of a specialty of mine. Okay. One of many superpowers. What are you doing in this live? Well, thank you. I am pretty, but I'm sure so are you. So here's the thing. We're talking about SPs here, mainly SPs. We can talk about whatever the fuck you want because I'm good at it all. Okay. But Abby, spend some time on it. Okay. Spend some time on it because some things will pop up. Okay. Gen? Is it Gen? We'll get to that. Okay, let me get some of these questions before I ramble because I'm gonna give you guys a couple different scenarios today where I'm gonna hopefully this will help you understand that you literally can't fuck shit up. You can't. Okay, I'll give you one example real quick because she's probably on here. She's like, you're gonna use me as an example on your live, aren't you? I said, you fucking know it. You fucking know it. So, she got triggered. By her 3D, right? And she was with her SP, saw that he was talking to other women on his phone. So he happened to leave with his phone there. So she took it upon herself to call him, to reach out to them, to let them know that he's in a relationship. And a lot of you guys would have been like, fuck, I'm so screwed, right? But what did she do when she was done doing her thing? And it's funny, his response was actually like, I don't know what you're doing, but you just brought us closer together, right? And I said, well, he's not wrong there. But at the same time, she was like, no, I know how, she said some shit like, no, I know how he feels about me. Like, it's totally fine. He can't stand to not talk to me. Like, he'll be back. It's totally fine. Well, I think it was like 2 days later, here he comes back. Because her inner conversations weren't, I fucked it up. Oh my God, I fucked it up. She was just like, no, I know he's over it. I know he's totally coming back. Okay. That's what you got to remember. Like it's what your inner conversations are what's reflecting all the time. So if you're telling yourself constantly that you're fucking shit up, you're right. You're right. Or you could be like, no, they're over that shit. Like, I'm totally fine. We're good. We're great. And that will also become true for you. Okay. Manifestation is always perfect, even if it doesn't appear that way right now. Even if it doesn't appear that way right now, that's not the case. There's always movement and it's always perfect. It's always perfect. I manifested something yesterday. Took me probably 2 days. Yeah, about 2 days of random inner conversations. And did I check my reality? Yes, I did. But why can I check? Because I can discipline my mind. Okay, I can always discipline my mind. So I just happened to, by happenstance, check. And I got confirmation. So I was like, oh, that's fucking right. And then what it could have been, there could have been a million reasons why it happened. But I tell you guys, I only give the meaning I fucking want it to mean, period. So I assigned the meaning I wanted it to mean. And that's my story and I'm sticking to it. But it manifested in 2 days. In 2 days. Okay, another person. Well, technically it manifested in like an hour and a half. An hour and a half. We had a conversation and we had changed the story. And she sends me a text like an hour later, like, you're not going to fucking believe this shit. And I laughed and I said, well, I'm going to put a positive spin on this. I said, because what did we say on our call? And whatever had to happen for that to become true is exactly what had to happen. Even if it's not technically how you wanted it to happen. The how is not up to you. The how is not up to you. But manifestation has a funny way sometimes of working itself out. Okay, but that's where you guys have to get good at it. Positive meaning to everything. Positive meaning to everything. Everything. What meaning and ask yourself that. What meaning do I want this to mean? That's what it means then. Shit. Then that's exactly what the fuck that means. Instead of reacting first, you think logically speaking, what do I want this to mean? Read between the lines. This is why they say that. You know, all of these sayings you have to know come from somewhere. Okay. Read between the lines. But no, you guys are so black and white with shit is you need to find the gray. Okay. Read between the lines. Meaning, what do you want this to mean? Instead of looking at it in its context, like reading word for word what they say, read between the lines and be like, what exactly does this mean? Whatever the fuck I decide it means. Okay. Because a lot of times you guys will tell me some shit and I'll be like, eh. Usually this is always my response. I'm like, okay, I don't see the problem. I said, you do know what that means, right? And they're like, what does it mean? Just like, and so I tell you what it means. I said, let's think logically speaking here, right? And then when they think about it, they're like, oh, okay, I can see where you're saying that. Yeah, but you're reacting without bringing logic into it. And being like, well, they're not coming back. Says who? His shit is at your fucking home. You don't think he knows that? You don't think he knows his stuff is at your home? You don't think he knows he left his dog at your house? Some people go to court for custody of a dog. Okay? Like, you don't think they know this shit? So obviously they're not in any hurry to pick it up. Why? Because they're not going to a goddamn place. Because they're not going a damn place. Because I know when I'm over shit and it's a rappy rap, then I'm like, you coming to get your shit? Because if not, it's going to be in the dumpster tomorrow. That's how it is. When I kicked my ex out of my home, I was like, you need to get all your shit. Like, get it all because you ain't coming back. Get it all right now. Load up the fucking car. I don't know. Call a friend. Call your mother. I don't give a shit, but get it all out. And I'm blocking the door. That's it. It's a wrap. Right? So when they don't do that, you're over here like all up in your fucking feelings about it. And I'm like, no. Well, I don't get it. They haven't contacted me, but you're still getting their fucking mail. There's this thing called mail forwarding. You know what I'm saying? They know that their mail is coming to your house. You know? So it's their way of keeping in contact with you. They're still on my Spotify account. You don't think they know that? Of course they know that. That's because they're trying to get your attention. Okay? All of this shit. Get out of your fucking heads. And control the meaning to everything. Everything. Do you understand? Do you understand? Positive meaning to everything. I think I'm pretty sure I tasked you guys with that fucking shit yesterday. Because who the hell gives tasks? Hey, Lisa with the butterfly. Who the hell gives tasks on TikTok Live? This bitch. Because how the hell else am I supposed to get you to, play your part? How else am I supposed to get you to play your part? And to get you some kind of different result. But again, I could tell you what to do, but I can't make you fucking do it. Okay? All right. Now I will answer questions. Okay, Lindsay. But I'm pretty sure I will go off on a tangent at some point too, because I need to teach you some shit around here, okay? And I'm going to teach you a couple things today. Okay, yeah, that's what I was going to do. We'll get into that later. You have to stick around or go watch the long ass live because no, I don't earmark shit. What do they call it? Chapters on YouTube? I don't do that shit. Who the fuck has time for that? So I don't want you to have to watch the whole thing all over again. So, you may want to stick around because I woke up this morning with the best fucking idea. Like literally, I woke up this morning with the best idea because I'm always like, how the fuck can I get you guys more movement? How can I get more people to get movement? And so I came up with the best idea. I just have to recall it because I did it when I first woke up. Because I tell you, half my night I'm fucking coaching in my dreams. But I came up with a real good idea on how to leverage. Oh yeah, that's what it was. It's what I'm going to teach you is a technique. It's not a technique. Let's be honest. I don't do techniques. I call them methods, but my methods work. It's all about leveraging, right? So I was like, okay, so oftentimes the reason why you won't see movement in your 3D or you waver a lot is because of the resistance level that you have to your SP. So I was like, well, how can we create movement with your SP by taking your SP out of it? Because there's a lot of things you have no resistance to. So we can go ahead and leverage that to get your SP to do what the fuck you want them to do. Oh, yeah. Now, I'm not saying don't leverage your SP, okay? Please. That's not what I'm saying. But just add this on. Just add this on because it should speed things up. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. I literally woke up this morning. I was like, oh, I got it. Okay, I digress. Okay, let me answer these questions because I'm over 100. Okay, here we go. Like living in the end, they say just to do it, and and I'm like, I don't know how. Yeah, Lindsay, because living in the end is fucking stupid. It logically doesn't make sense, which is why people have a hard time doing it. Okay. They'll be like, just live in the end. And I was like, you're not even in contact. How the fuck are you supposed to live in the end of marriage or in a relationship? If you can't even live in the end of contact, that's why you're not, that's why you've been trying to manifest for 2 fucking years. Because all of these coaches have been doing is wasting your time. Excuse me, I'm cold. It's cold here in California. I mean, it's not cold by, normal standards, but it's cold here. Excuse me while you guys see my bra outline. Okay, here we go. Very unprofessional. Okay. It's unrealistic advice. Okay, so that's right. I know you have to wait. This is called an open loop in subconscious mind terms and NLP terms. It's called an open loop because you can't leave until I close the loop. Yeah, that's right. Although I just exposed, but that's okay. So that's why living in the end is not feasible. You need to be living in the end of next step with SP. So you're in contact with SP. So why don't you live in the end of, constantly spending time with you? Live in that end. Okay. Then you're constantly spending time together. So now live in the end of relationship. See what I'm saying? So it's like, if you're a no contact, because a lot of you are a no contact. So if you're no contact, why don't you live in the end of fucking contact? How about that? And then when you get contact, why don't you live in the end of always consistent contact? Then when you get consistent contact, then live in the end of the fucking next step. Spending time together, right? Things like that. Because that's what causes movement. Because it's easier, it should be a lot easier and less resistance to just get a text than a relationship when they're not talking to you. Because you guys, because you react to your 3D, right? You react to your 3D and you want to see movement, but you're not going to see movement on relationship until you can get on board with it in your mind. Okay. Until you start to believe it, until it starts to become an assumption, then you will start to see movement. But until that live in the end state becomes an assumption, this is why you don't see movement. That's why we don't do that here. Because that's fucking not real. I only teach realistic advice, and that's not realistic in any sense of that fucking word. Because I was living in the end of relationship with all that law of attraction shit, and you know what? I still didn't get shit. So we're not going to do that. We don't do that here. We do what works, and that shit doesn't work at all. Because, think logically speaking here. For everybody, for all these, we think logically speaking here, for all the manifestation coaches, if they're living in the end, like they teach you to do, then they should have all their shit already, shouldn't they? Shouldn't they literally be living their entire dream life? If living in the end is that fucking simple. Like, because they're teaching it, right? They're telling you just live in the end, just decide. Okay, well, cool. Are you a millionaire yet? Because while you're telling people to just decide, when are you going to just decide that you're a millionaire? Oh, that's right, you're not. Oh, so you're teaching what you're unable to successfully do. That doesn't make any fucking sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, just decide, live in the end. Cool. Do you have the body that you want yet? Since you can just decide and live in the end. Oh, you don't have that either? Cool, so got it. Do you have your dream home yet? Because if you can just decide and live in the end, do you have your dream home? Do you have everything you've ever wanted in your life and more if you can just decide and live in the end of dream life? Are you living it? Oh, you're not yet. You're still on your journey. Oh, okay, got it. See what I'm saying? That doesn't make any fucking... This is why I don't go on lives. This is why I don't consume content and go on lives, because if I did and I heard some ridiculous nonsense like that, I would challenge them. And then I'd get blocked. Or maybe I should, though. Maybe that's a good surefire way to build my audience faster. Go on there and challenge them. So I'm just curious, if living in the end is so easy, do you have your dream life? And can you show us that? Oh, and then you can just watch them be like, or just not even acknowledge my comments at all. They'll just glaze right over that comment. And then I'll do what you guys do. And then I'll just keep I'll just copy and just keep reposting. I'll just spam the comments until they respond. Oh man. All right. I got to stop digressing. Okay. Valeria, if we change the story, they are new then. Yes, they are. Their reality changes to match your story, what you're describing. You change the entire trajectory of their life, which you're a part of. Okay? Because when you change their story, of course you include yourself. You know what I'm saying? You include yourself. But and this is why, because they're running their relationships and they're running their reality based on their story because they're spiritually asleep. So they don't realize that if they had a traumatic childhood, that's very much impacting the decisions they're making today, their life today. their relationships, all of that shit in their reality. Okay. And so because of that, if you were to change that, like, no, he's completely healed from any past trauma he's ever had in his life. He's completely healed from that shit. Then it's no longer impacting his relationship with you. It's no longer impacting his life because he's over the shit. He's moved on. It's made him a stronger person, whatever you want to say, right? That's changed now. So now they become a different person. Their life becomes different moving forward too. Their past changes, right? Things like that. And therefore, this is like the ultimate revision. Oh, but nobody talks about that, do they? That's why you guys have me. What up, son? All right. Let's see here. What are Jen? Oh yeah, Gen. We'll call you Gen. Oh, that makes me want Korean barbecue so bad. I want Korean barbecue so fucking bad. But as I digress one last time, can we just talk about the fact that I do not appreciate that Korean barbecue makes you eat for two? You must go with two. You cannot go with one. It's not a solo mission at the Korean barbecue. And my daughter's a vegetarian. So if you think that I am going to pay for two people to eat and all she's going to eat is rice and kimchi, I might do that because I'm desperate. I need to find somebody to go there with. Anyway, okay. What are affirmations for him to unfollow every girl and spoil me? Okay. So, first of all, you can go in whole story mode when it comes to this, okay? Like inner conversations, okay? If you want an affirmation for it, because remember, not everything's an affirmation, okay? But it's like he is constantly spoiling me. He treats me like a queen. He is constantly spoiling me. Like he spends all his money on me, whatever the fuck you want to say, okay? But this is, again, I would do it as like an inner conversation. It's like he doesn't even like any other female. He likes no other female at all. In fact, he doesn't even follow females. He follows no females at all. Okay. It's all about me. I'm his top priority. I'm the only female he's attracted to. He has unfollowed every female on his whatever Instagram. He doesn't even follow females, right? You can just say he doesn't follow females. He won't follow them. Okay. And then say like he loves to spoil. He treats me like a queen. He literally loves to spoil me. He's constantly buying me gifts. He's constantly taking me on dates. Okay. Whatever spoiling is to you. Okay. Willie, can we talk about sats? Yes, we can talk about sats, baby. Okay. So sats is state akin to sleep. But most people think it's only in the morning and at night. Okay, so in the morning and at night, yes, you are in sats. You're in sats 5 to 10 minutes before you go to sleep and 5 to 10 minutes when you wake up. So your subconscious, so what that means is whenever you're in sats, your conscious mind is getting into a hyper relaxed state. Okay, so your subconscious mind is wide open to suggestion. So this is why I always tell you guys when in my dream method, which works like a fucking charm, by the way, you should all be doing it, is that when you go to bed, fall asleep in one affirmation. Okay, like say it. I don't mean listen to it. Say it. Okay, a lot of people will turn on their Parrot app, which it's their voice saying their affirmations, or they'll go to sleep with a guided meditation, something like that. And they'll turn it on because those affirmations are, and they'll let it play throughout the night because they're going into your subconscious mind, which is where they need to go. Okay. So same thing in the morning. So instead of waking your ass up and getting on fucking TikTok or Instagram, what you should be doing is as soon as you wake up and open your fucking eyes is affirm for 5 to 10 minutes. Because like while you're getting ready in the morning, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause what are you doing anyway when you wake up? A lot of times your asses will wake up and lay in bed for 30 minutes fucking scrolling on Instagram. For what? For what? When you can spend that time affirming while you get your ass up, go to the bathroom, take a shower, brush your teeth, whatever it is that you do. because there's two types of thoughts, okay? You have focused thinking. So when you're talking to somebody, when you're working, that's focused thinking. Okay. But then so you're not really thinking about something else, but it's those times in the morning when you're taking a shower, driving in the car, watching Netflix, doing things like that. That is when your mind free roams. And so you're free thinking. And usually it's focused on your current reality, your current situation, all the shit you don't want. So that's where you feel the dead airspace. Okay. That's the only reason why we affirm. Affirmations are solely designed to distract your thoughts. That's what they're designed to do. But what's really pushing out is your inner conversations, those things that you're telling your inner fucking bestie all day long. Okay. So you're in sats multiple times a day. It's not just in the morning and at night. So if you ever find yourself like where you're just like spacing out, right? Usually for me, it was always in corporate America. It was like something in the fucking air. Like at 2:00, I was ready for a whole ass nap. Like I'd be like where you're like ready to pass out at the fucking desk. That was me. Well, I'd have to go like walk around because I would be like, okay, that's you're in sats. If you're spacing out, so you find like it's called the daydream state, right? Where you're like, you just find that you're just like spaced out. You can hear somebody talking, but you're not really hearing what they're saying. You're in sats, okay? Whenever you're in a hyper relaxed state, you're in sats. So that is when, again, your subconscious mind's wide open to suggestion. So that's when you want to fill it with what the fuck you want it to know. Okay. Your inner conversations, affirmations, whatever it is that you're doing. I mainly think the only two things, there's 3 things that I always tell you guys that push out. And that is what you think about, what you speak about, you bring about. Those are 2 things, right? But what are you thinking about? So you have every thought that you process 60,000 to 80,000 thoughts a day. Every thought you process is an affirmation. They're all affirmations because what the fuck is an affirmation? A thought. It's not just positive, which is what I told you guys I was going to make some memes and put them on Pinterest and be like, and put them on. You'll see them on my TikTok. It'll be like SP affirmations, and they're going to be positive and negative because people think that it's just positive affirmations. No, anytime you think negatively about your SP, about your life, about your money, about all that, that is an affirmation. Okay. So we want to dead that noise. So you affirm, or you have inner conversations, or you talk to yourself, because all positive, because that's what's pushing out is mainly your thoughts and what you fucking tell yourself, your inner conversations. But you have them about everything. So while we're so focused on SPs, you have to be aware of what else are you thinking about? What else are you telling yourself? When you go to pay your bills or when you get a bill, what kind of inner conversations are you having about it? Right? This is why couples argue about money, because they are thinking negatively about money all the fucking time, all the time. Okay. When you open up your bank account, what kind of thoughts are you having? What kind of inner conversations are you having? Well, you might want to change that shit too. Well, got it. You know what I mean? You don't have to affirm your life away for money, but if you have a negative fucking conversation come up in your mind, or you say something like, damn, like, no, I'm fucking broke. Like I can't spend any money until we get paid next Friday. Like I got no money until we get paid. My bank account is negative. Well, you need to change that shit. You need to tell yourself something different, because your finances ain't going to change. So now you got your SP back and you're broke. Or you go to the doctor, they tell you something you don't want to hear. And now all this shit, you're blaming, like, oh, I got to take this medication for this. I got to do this. Oh, I can't do this because of this, right? No, you need to change those inner conversations too. Because you can't be like, well, I have a thyroid issue. Because my mom, she's the queen of this, which drives me nuts, is where she'll be like, well, I have a fatty liver, so it's hard for me to lose weight. Well, until you decide that your liver is no longer fatty, or that you that it's not preventing you from losing weight, then you're not ever gonna, it doesn't matter. You can eat fucking like a rabbit and you're still not going to lose weight because you're justifying why you can't. Or you're saying, well, it's because of this medication that I'm taking that I feel bloated all the time, or I'm, I just like, oh, I look. Then until you decide that medication, you can work out till you're blue in the face, you could diet, you could do all the shit. But until you decide that medication no longer makes you bloated, it won't matter. It won't matter. You can lose fucking 100 pounds. You want to know what you're still going to look like? Bloated. Have you ever seen that? Two people were the exact same, and yet they look totally different. Totally different. Okay? Lexi's sister. You've been trying to manifest your SP for a long time, and it's not working. Well, there's a couple reasons for that. Okay? There's a couple reasons for that. Okay, let me walk you through it real fucking quick. Hold that, because let me see if there's anything. Well, there's a lot. Okay, Lexi, so listen. Why don't you just get on the fucking call, bitch? And we'll talk about your exact situation, what the hell's going on with you, and then fix the shit. Fix it, okay? I help you recreate your story. This is what I'm doing on all coaching calls now. I always help you recreate your SP, but I also help you change their story. That's included in the coaching call now, is where we rewrite SP's story too, together. I'm very good at it, okay? And then I tell you how to play your part. We do certain things like that, and then I tell you what to do so that you get your shit. What up, Daisy? Daisy? We'll call you Daisy. Then I tell you how to get your shit, okay? Because there's 6 steps to manifesting your SP back. And when I say steps, it is not a fucking daunting ass task, okay? It's literally not. It's this minor changes that are going on, which is why you're not seeing anything. Because you're not doing probably half of that shit. You're probably just affirming, because that's what they tell you to do. Affirm. Law of assumption community, that's what they're all about. Live in the end, just decide, and affirm. That's what everybody thinks. But that's not the case. That's not the case. Okay? And I know because I've done it. This is what I know because I manifested my SP back from no contact to living with me in 4 weeks. So it's not the same as manifesting a new SP. It's not the fucking same. At all. At all. Which is why I tell you, there's very few people out here that teach you how to manifest your SP back that did it. They may have an SP, but did they manifest one back? That's a whole different fucking ball game. It's literally a whole different ball game. Okay? It's not the fucking same at all. And I can't stand it when they're like, no, I have an SP. Cool. Is that your ex though? No? Oh. Anyone can manifest a fucking SP. Go ahead right now. Just go on Tinder, make a profile, and boom. Every person sliding into your DMs, you're manifesting. Job done. Job done. Okay. It's fucking stupid. It's so stupid. The concept of them. You're not walking around when you're manifesting a new SP and fucking affirming, are you? No. What are you affirming for? I'm going to meet the love of my life. I'm going to meet the love of my... No. So what the fuck are you talking about? Okay. Nobody walks around when they're looking for a new SP and affirms. Affirm for what? For who? You see what I'm saying? It's fucking stupid. It's so stupid. They be given the stupidest advice, and yet they don't know, because they don't know anything else. They're just parroting. I have an SP that I want, and I want to manifest a new job. Can you help me? Of course, Charmy, I can. Okay, first of all, if you have an SP that you want, then you need to see yourself as them wanting you, as the person that they want to be with, right? That's half the equation. I'd have to know a little bit more about your specific situation, especially if it's not an ex, it's somebody new. You'd have to see yourself as the person that they desire, the person that they want to be with, right? Put yourself in that fucking pedestal and see yourself as whoever I want wants me even fucking more. They absolutely want to be with me. Why wouldn't they? Okay. And if you want to manifest a new job, then you would say, somebody did this and she got 6 job offers. Okay. She took my advice. So all you need to do if you want to manifest a new job is tell yourself, like, look, I just got the perfect job. I get any job, I get every job that I apply for. I literally get every job that I apply for. I'm in demand. Everybody hires me. Everybody hires me. I get every job I apply for. Tell yourself that. You will. You will. 100% guaranteed. Okay? Don't want to waver. So do I say he's back or he's coming back? Okay, it's manifest. What a punny bunny. All right. Do you say he's back or he's coming back? Okay, this is where it's not phrased it sounds like it's phrased in a future tense, but it's not. Okay, so it's whatever you can get your head around. It's whatever you can get your head around. Okay, so whatever's easiest for you. So what I found was easiest for me is to say he'll do anything to be with me right now. He'll do anything to be with me right now. And then I would look at his photo and be like, we're getting back together. Oh, we're getting back together. Okay. So it's like, cause it's like a matter of fact. Like, yeah, no, what the fuck did I just say? We're getting back together. Okay. That I know. Okay. It's a command. So because of that, that's what I would do. Okay, so I found it easier to do that than saying that we have, but then again, your subconscious mind doesn't know the difference because there would be some times, because your subconscious mind doesn't have the ability to decide. So you're never contradicting yourself. So if you want, cover all fucking bases. So I would be like, he'll do anything to be with me right now. He'll do anything to be with me right now, right? Or you can say, yeah, we're getting back together right now. We're getting back together right now. Or you can say, we have the perfect relationship. We literally have the perfect relationship. Okay. Now your subconscious mind is not going to be like, wait the fuck a minute, bitch. Wait a minute. You just said that you're getting back together, but now you're saying you have the perfect relationship. I'm going to call bullshit on that one. Which one is it, bitch? Which one is it? No, it's not going to do that. Okay. It takes you at your word. So it's pushing out on all fronts. So you cover it all, right? The other one I tested, which works really fast, is when I tell you guys in your inner conversation is, I have no doubt. I have no doubt that they want to be in a relationship with me. That I know. That I absolutely know. Okay. That pushes out fast. Fast. Because you're telling yourself what you know. By literally saying, I have no doubt that I know. Okay. Like you literally said that and your subconscious mind pushes out what you know. Remember that. Okay. So because of that, that's how this shit works. That's how this works. Do you understand? We tested this shit, guys. We tested it. I test everything. My poor boyfriend. I test everything. Because like I said yesterday, who the fuck am I supposed to test this on? Some rando? That doesn't make any fucking sense. I'm not going to sit there and test it on some rando person. Yeah. Thanks, Tabby. I'm pretty sure you're awesome too. Okay, so I don't need all these people fucking falling in love with my ass. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I could if I wanted to, but no thank you. No thank you. Tia, link is in the bio, bitch. I'm a good coach. I'm a very good coach. And here's the thing. I don't fucking leave you guys in the dust, okay? Like, I'm not that person. I'm not that person. A lot of people say that's wrong. Okay? Like I told you, I run my company how I want to run it. Okay? I don't give a fuck. Do I give out too much free advice on here? Sure. Do I give a shit? No. Am I going to stop? Absolutely not. It's just who I am. Okay. Do I sit there and talk to you when you book a coaching call and then be like, sayonara, bitch, bye? No, I don't do that either. But I know people like that where they'll be like, let me go ahead and send you a Zelle request. Or I'm sorry, a lot of people operate off Cash App. Let me go ahead and send you a Cash App. And when you pay that, then we will talk. I don't do that either. That's fucking weird, right? Now, do people book more than one session? Sure. Sure, because they're running into an issue. But don't ghost your ass. It's fucking rude. It's all about relationships, bitch. It's all about relationships. And that would mean that I don't like you guys. That's weird. What up, Zion? That's right, Willie. One time you manifested 3,000 in just 1 month. Yes, I do exactly what you did. Again. What would I affirm? I do have, my admins are fucking fine and beautiful. And I cannot do this without you guys, period. That's a fucking given. That's a given. And then I have somebody keep me on track. She just threatened me today. She threatened me today if I don't do my task. She's like, Jen, we're going to fight if you don't do your task. I was like, okay, I will do my task. All right, I digress again. Ugh, Tony. What? I hope Tony's not your SP, bitch. Because that's not going to ugh, Tony. What would I affirm or say to make SP not want anyone else? I overthink he's with others. Okay. Okay, this is not, could you affirm for something? Not everything. How many times I have to tell you guys, not everything is an affirmation. Or this is what happens where you guys will have pages of affirmations. For what? For what? Okay, affirmations are designed to create repetition. Okay, I want you guys to look at it this way. Affirmations are designed for repetition to get into the subconscious mind. Okay, but affirmation should only be this is how you'll know if it's an affirmation, if it should be an affirmation or part of SP description. Okay, are my affirmations designed to get movement with my SP and to progress in my relationship with my SP? If the answer to that is no, not an affirmation. Not an affirmation. Okay. Now, if you are wanting your SP to not want anyone else and you overthink he's with others, can you affirm for that? Sure. But do you need to? No. You need to see him differently. Okay? You need to see him differently, not as a womanizer or somebody who wants somebody else, but somebody who's loyal, faithful, and committed to you and only you. And sure, can you say that as an affirmation? Yeah, he's loyal, faithful, and committed to me and only me. Like, I'm the only one he wants. Okay, you can say that. But I find it easier to describe him as that person who only wants you and only you, who will do anything to be with you, who only has eyes for you. He doesn't even notice or desire another female. Like, he literally is faithful to me. Like, he wants to marry me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you're going in whole describe mode about this person being committed and faithful to you and not wanting anyone else. And why the fuck do you guys do that? I don't understand. I try in my mind. I try to wrap my head around why you would think that they're with someone else, or why you would have these inner conversations about them messing with fucking other people. Why? It's different if they told you that, okay? Then I still don't have any sympathy, but I can understand maybe why your mind might go there. Or if you have a history with that person doing that, then I can understand maybe why your mind might go there. But for what? For what? I never thought about that at all. I did in the beginning, only because the circumstances were a bit strange to me. And so I had a momentary thought about it, but then I was like, no, that's fucking stupid. But did it push out? Yeah, it did. Yeah, it did. You know what I'm saying? It did push out 100%. Was I right? Yeah. So do you think do you think in my life I'm ever going to go that direction in my thought again? Fuck no. Who the hell wants to think that their SP is on another date with a whole another bitch? I certainly don't. I certainly don't at all. No. So if your mind goes there, then you're like, absolutely not. No. I know how he feels about me. I know he wants to be in a relationship with me and only me. I don't. Is this Aisha? I'm guessing that's your name. Aisha, I think you have a, I don't know, the icons are real small. But I passed my driver's test with perfect vision. They're like this. They're like this. I'm like, yeah, that's right. Do I have glasses as a prescription? Yes. Can I see the vision board at the DMV and pass without glasses? Yes. Why? Because I don't tell myself that I need glasses. He said she passed with flying colors. I was like, yeah, that's right. I got every one of them 100% correct. I just had a hard time following which board he wanted me to read off of. I was like, did you say B? Okay, got it. Although it's kind of a joke, right? Because when they tell you, okay, cover what, read off of board 3 and they cover the eye. I mean, real quick, got to just scan real quick. Anyway, can you manifest ASP for us? Yeah, my link, the link for me to do that for you is in my bio. Okay, head on over to my TikToky page. It's in the bio right there. Manifest SP for me. Literally think that's what it's called. But yes, I can. And that's why I offered it, because so many of you guys struggle. Okay, don't want the fact that I'm struggling to be a setback in movement. No, but stop identifying as Shayna as struggling. Okay, stop identifying as struggling and only focus your inner conversations on what you want. Only what you want. That's it. That's it. You control the narrative. You control the narrative 100% of the time. So instead of viewing his friends, like his female friends, first of all, if this is a problem for you and it triggers you, then view them all as gutter trash and banish them to the fucking dumpster they crawled out of. You can do that. Okay? I have somebody who did that. 2 people, actually. And so they were just friends. So you don't have to worry. So you can do that. You can treat them as gutter trash and banish them. Like, no, actually his female friends are all fucking crazy. They're all batshit ass crazy and he can't even stand it. He doesn't even like female friends. All of those things you can tell yourself. Okay. But also don't tell yourself, because your assumptions manifest. What you tell yourself will always be true for you. Doesn't matter. So the one thing you don't want to view is that you don't want to make an unnecessary connection between things, okay, that don't benefit you. So the last thing you want to do is say, like, if I'm struggling, it's going to be a setback in movement. No. Doesn't matter, right? Struggling for what? No, actually, it doesn't matter what I do. I always get consistent movement. Doesn't matter what I do. Does not matter what I do, right? We don't want to sit there and create an assumption within yourself that every time you waver, you set yourself back. Every time you struggle, you set yourself back. Every time you react to 3D, you set yourself back. You screw it up. We don't want to create those assumptions. So just stop telling yourself that shit. You can create remember, everything is an assumption. So you can literally tell yourself whatever you want to be true for you, because you know you better than anybody, right? You know what your weakness is. You know what your strengths are. So if you're like a big reactor, you could just be like, doesn't even matter. Every time I react, doesn't even matter. That doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't matter. Every time the 3D triggers me, doesn't matter. Doesn't screw anything up. Okay? Literally, this is where the umbrella affirmation comes into play, because you don't have to tell yourself that necessarily. To literally sit there and tell yourself, okay, here's what you can honestly tell yourself if you want an umbrella affirmation to cut all that shit. Because I tell you guys that you guys should be setting your own rules for manifesting, okay? You should set your own rules. So every one of you should have an affirmation that says, my SP, whatever SP's name is the easiest for me to manifest. So it's like, Jonathan is the easiest for me to manifest. He's the easiest for me to manifest. He instantly does whatever I affirm. Don't you want that to happen? You see what I'm saying? Don't you want to get your shit quickly? So instead of telling yourself that there's no movement, that this is a long, drawn out fucking process and it's going to take forever, Why don't you instead affirm? This is what I would affirm every day. I would affirm this. I'd say, I'm a master at manifesting. I always get what I want, and it comes to me immediately. Always getting what I want implies exactly that. I wasn't like, I always get what I want unless I waver, react, or get triggered. Did I say that? No. Always is exactly that. I always get what I want, period. Everything always goes my way. I always get what I want. Everything always goes my way. I always get what I want. And it comes to me immediately. Wouldn't you want that? So that's where we have to think out. We have to expand our vision, okay? And pivot our mind and saying we have SP, affirmations in our conversations. But shit, let me umbrella the whole goddamn enchilada at the same time, because I want my shit to come quickly. And I always want to get what the hell I want too at the same time. And I'm a master at this shit. Isn't that what you want? You can literally tell yourself anything. You can literally be like, I'm a master at manifesting. I always get what I want and it comes to me immediately. My negative thoughts don't even manifest. My negative thoughts don't manifest. You're in control of that shit. You can say whatever you want. You can set the rules to whatever you want. Neville Goddard had his own rules, but you don't have to follow them. For what? He wasn't like, this is what I discovered, and don't worry, I've tested other rules too. No, he decided that that's what works for him. You can decide whatever the fuck you want works for you. Period. Okay, so I want you guys to have 3 affirmations that are just umbrella affirmations that imply exactly that. I highly recommend that I'm a master at manifesting and I always get what I want and it comes to me immediately. Everything always goes my fucking way. I strongly suggest you tell yourself that because it will be true for you. Duh. So when I get I'm working backwards, but I think I have to just go down now because I'm at over 100 again. Shit. So when I get the negative mindset, talk to myself and shift it. Yes, you talk to yourself and you shift it, sister. Okay, let's see here. What is the whole competition before 100 likes? Oh, Amy McCartney, we're giving away things. So basically, I want to help as many people as possible understand that it's not about following the law of assumption. It's about leveraging the law, leveraging your weaknesses, leveraging your strengths, leveraging the things that come out the fucking mouth, all that shit. We leverage everything. Everything is leverage. So, because you can find the leverage in everything. Everything that they tell you, I tell you guys, you wear this all day long, but then when they tell you something that you don't like, then it goes like this, and you're now, no, you're not a boo, you're an investigative reporter. And you listen to what the fuck they're saying, and then you find the leverage. Because they'll tell you what their issue is. And then you sit there and go, and then sometimes my clients will be like, this is what they just said. How can I leverage this? Love a good leverage. And I'm good at it. So that's what that's about. Okay. And because I worked backwards, I don't know why I do that shit to myself, because now I've got to go figure out the first one here. Okay. Daisy. The first one, like the flower. Oh, okay, good. Some days I feel confident, and then days like today, I'm just anxious. So what, Amy? So what? Again, it's about the assumptions that you create within yourself. Do they benefit you? Okay, so you don't want to sit there and create the assumption, Amy, that like if I'm anxious, that's wavering. My shit ain't coming, right? That's a problem. Like you don't want to view anxious as a bad thing. Okay, like if you guys find that you're an anxious person, can you fix that? Yeah, but time is of the essence. We ain't got time for that shit. So instead, you could just leverage. Okay, and you could just be like, no, every time I feel anxious, that means my shit is coming. Yeah, that's my bird before land. That's right, my BBL, my bird. That's my birds before land. Every time I feel anxious, that means my manifestation is fucking here. Hell yeah. See what I'm saying? Leverage your anxious feelings. Every one of you guys, if you feel anxious, tell yourself that shit every time. Oh yeah, every time I feel anxious, my shit is here. Hell yeah. That's my sign. That's my sign. I told you guys, everything's a fucking sign. Everything is a sign. So what meaning do you want to give it? See, when usually people get anxious, they automatically ascend. It's not your fault. This is society and, professionals out there. Is that they view anxious as a bad thing, right? But who the fuck decided that? Who decided that? And who decided that feeling you're getting is anxious? Who decided that shit either? There's not a scientific proof in the world that is going to be like, actually that feeling that you're getting, it's totally like, here's all the scientific proof that this is fucking anxious. No, someone decided that. Someone decided that. All laws, someone decided, right? The whole medical fucking journal or book, someone decided. When they created fucking telescopes and all that shit, yes, someone decided what the hell that meant. Okay? Someone decided what they're looking at and what the hell that means. You understand this, right? There's a person that ran everything. So someone at some point decided this. That was their assumption when they were looking at the cells in your body. This is why I hate when my daughter tries to hit me with fucking facts that she's learning in school. Because I'm like, really? In my mind, I'm like, that's all bullshit. Really, honey? What else did you learn about the red blood cell count and all of this shit? Because someone decided that shit. There's a person behind everything. So it's all an assumption. So instead, if you have anxious, that's a sign that oh shit, that means my SP is coming. Yeah, my manifestation is here. Shit. See what I'm saying? Leverage anxious feelings. Amy McCartney, what are you talking about? Exactly what I was manifesting SP to do happened, yes. But someone else did it. Was I not clear? Or stick around, Daisy, I'll teach you. Or is there a fucking second part of this shit, bitch? What up, Mima? Love you, girlfriend. Okay, I don't know what you're talking about. So if you want to clarify, you can clarify. Okay? Daisy, right away, stop referring to... We don't... Look, you guys don't have X's, by the way. You don't have X's. You have SPs. Get the X out your fucking mouth. Because X's are X's. Okay? They don't come back. They're an X. For a reason. Okay, I wanted SP to do something, but someone else did it. Oh, okay. So, thank you. I like this. I like that I let you guys have control, audience control. Because therefore I don't have to shift down just to find your fucking response. You can just pin it. If I ask you a clarifying question, just pin your response. Okay, but be quick about it. Okay, so the reason that happens is, were you not clear? Depends on what you asked. That depends on what you wanted SP to do. If someone else did it, then it's a real quick fix. Okay. What you want to do is you want to take a look at the person who did it. What's your description of them? Yeah, it's way easier, baby. Always thinking, bitch. What's your current description of them? Okay. The person that actually did what you wanted SP to do. Okay. Also, what are things that you know about SP, about the person who did it, not SP? Okay. Compare and contrast the two. What is it you know about the person who did it? What is it that how you would naturally just describe him? Okay. And then how would you naturally describe current SP? Not how you want to describe current SP, but how would you how would you naturally describe SP if I was to be like, go? And then what do you also know about SP? Because then you'll see that there's a difference. So you take the person who did what you wanted SP to do, you take that, what you know about them and the description of them, and pop that shit right up into SP. Yeah, so take your description of those persons, compare them two together, and then take the one that actually asked you out on Thursday and pop that shit right up into SP. Okay? Just pop that in. Like a plug and play. You're swapping fucking programs. Okay? Like you're giving him, you're taking SD card out of fucking guy who asked you out on Thursday and popping that shit right up into SP. Okay? And giving him the same program. And then if you're having an inner conversation about that, then clarify with your subconscious mind who you're referring to. Okay, so you could be like, Tony's asking me on a date on Thursday. I'm so fucking excited. I know Tony's going to ask me on a date on Thursday. All right, so you're saying his name. Okay. Now, not everything has to be Tony, 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 Tony. Okay, you can be like, you know, if you're affirming, you can be like, Tony is so obsessed with me. I'm all he ever thinks about. You don't have to repeat his name repeatedly. Okay. What if I can't decide if I want my SP or this new lady I like? Well, manifest them both. Let them duke it out. And then you have options. Okay? Why not? I mean, there's a lot of people that are manifesting more than one person. Good. Let them fight it out. Okay? Now, they're not going to physically fight. Don't take what I say literal. But let them compete for your attention. And then you can decide, right? Because you're the creator. You can decide, like, what's it called? Like the dating game, right? Or Singled Out. Remember Singled Out? I love that shit on MTV. Right? Or think Temptation Island. That's what me and my daughter are watching. Think Temptation Island. Yeah, let them compete for your attention. Let them compete for your affection and then decide. Oh, Daisy, I have a client right now that manifested her ex-fiance back. Her fiance back. How about we start with fiance, okay? And eliminate ex. The feminine divine. I manifested 5 back in a month when I was doing self-concept work and self-obsession work. I'm sure you did, because that's what happens. Yeah, Daisy, stick with me. I'll tell you exactly how to manifest properly. It's not hard, but all the information, all the conflicting information on TikTok, YouTube, Google, all the shit has people confused. And for the love of God, I'm going to tell you right now, do not stay away from Reddit. Stay away. Do not consume manifestation shit on Reddit. I don't even go on Reddit because, first of all, I think it's like their platform drives me nuts and I feel like it's from the 80s. Okay. Even though the internet wasn't around in the 80s. You know what I'm talking about. But don't consume content on there. It's all fucking a bunch of bullshit. It's all a bunch of bullshit. Just so I let you guys know that. Oh yeah, it's manifest. It's manifest. Yeah, it was her that got all 6 jobs in the field. See, I'll tell you guys do know I don't make this shit up. Okay, like take my word for it. No, I don't need to do that. Okay. This advice of just affirm is what made me spend years manifesting him back. They never explained. Of course they didn't, Nadine, because that's all they want. Just affirm. T, I think I answered you, but if you want coaching with me, link is in the bio, sis. Let's get it. Let's help. I'm here to help you. Say it or write it, Daisy. Okay, so if you're talking about your description of your SP, yes, write it down. Get very crystal clear. Get crystal clear. on who your SP is for you. Okay. Then yes, you write it down because you read it to yourself like a movie script. Okay. Now, when it comes to affirmations, can you write it down? Sure. This is not the same as fucking scripting. Okay. This is not the 55 by 5. I would never tell you to do that shit because I hate writing anyway. So what I did is I had a notepad on my phone that was literally like, I just had a list of my affirmations in different chunks of what I was manifesting. Then I had my RANT page there. And so that's it. But I didn't write them daily. That's not necessary. I wrote them down one fucking time. And then if I wanted to refine them or whatever, I would do that too. Okay. And then that was it. But I was not going to sit there and fucking do the 369. 55 by 5. I was so exhausted writing 55 by 5. And then you have to count them, right? Like, fuck, I got another 12 to go. How the fuck is that manifesting? So we don't want that. But you write them down once, but you say them because it's the conversations you have within yourself, right? Because you have to think, did you have to do any of that shit to manifest your breakup? No, you didn't do. I know you didn't do a 55 by 5 where you were like, yeah, let me write down 55 times that this man's going to break up with me. He's going to, you know what I'm saying? You didn't have to do that. Okay. Also, you didn't write down a description of how, you weren't scripting every day about how awful your relationship was, were you? No, not unless you kept a journal. Okay. So you didn't have to do that shit either. Did you drink a magic glass of water because you were like, you know what? Yeah, fuck him. I want him to break up with me. So he's going to break up with me right now. No. Nope. Did you have to go leave crystals out under the fucking full moon and let them charge for your breakup? Nope. You didn't have to do that either. Did you have to speak into water and fucking drink it? Nope. Didn't do that either. So you don't have to do anything else to get your SP back. You just have to reverse engineer and say, well, how the fuck did everything become everything? Through my inner conversations, through things that I fucking spoke into existence. Every time I bitched about my SP over and over and over again. Every time I thought about what an asshole he's being and how disrespectful he is. Every time I questioned my relationship and where this was headed and his feelings towards me. That's how my relationship ended. So if I want him back, do you think I have to fucking go balk like a chicken and quantum jump and fucking, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? This whole quantum jumping shit is fucking stupid. It's so stupid. I've seen so many techniques where I'm just like, and so I get up and do it. There's one where she's like, put your leg up, like this. And she's like, and then step forward. I was like, the fuck are you? She's like, yeah, you just quantum jumped. Quantum jumped into what? One step? Is that where I quantum leaped? To the next tile over? Sorry. No shade. But shade. Because that shit is fucking dumb. I'm telling you, these people have us out here looking stupid as fuck. I feel like they wake up every day and they're like, how can I make people look fucking insane today? Ooh, I know what to do. I'll have them imagine being a swirling pool of love, and the SP creeps out the bush from nowhere and gets in the pool of love, and it just swirls around and it's pink and there's glitter in the water, and all of a sudden you're just washing away. The fuck are you talking about? But I can talk about it. You know why? Because I did it. And we all look stupid. We all look stupid doing it. Oh, man. But I talk about it. But I never tell you to do any of that stupid shit. Can you talk more about inner conversations, please, Jen? I used it the other week. It worked. Of course it worked. Of course it worked. Inner conversations are like as if you're talking to your bestie, okay? They're not two direction. They can be two directional, but that's what they call the telephone technique. Okay, where it's both directions. So it's you and SP having a conversation, or you having a conversation with you and your bestie, right? But you hear both voices. I find that hard to do unless it's very short. So inner conversations, mainly there's what, 3 types of inner conversations? I don't know. But here's inner conversations. Inner conversations are either something that you're reminding yourself, okay? You're reminding yourself. So I would have daily reminders that I would tell myself. I didn't affirm the shit. I literally just, and that's how you know the difference. An inner conversation is not something you're repeating over and over and over again. You can, sure, you can. But it's not an affirmation. So it's more like a story, if you will, kind of. Okay. So like, well, that's not true. So when I did inner conversations, I would remind myself of certain things. Like, I'm the operant fucking power. Like, I can literally have whatever I want whenever I want it. Everything always goes my way. It's all working out even better than I expected. Like, I am in control. I control the thoughts 100% of the time. You know, is so I'm saying. So it was like an inner conversation. It's natural. It's a natural flow. It's not written down. Written down is not a natural conversation, right? Because you don't go out to dinner with your friends and be like, excuse me, hold on. I have narrated the entire evening and how this conversation is going to go. So, Jessica, you tell me, how was your day today, right? You don't do that shit, okay? So instead, that's what this is about. It's because it's natural, because this is why it manifests quicker. This is why I found out. This is why it manifests so much quicker than affirmations, because this is just something that now I'm not saying robotic affirmations don't manifest. That's not what I'm fucking saying, because that's mainly how I manifested my SP back. But I have to go back in my mind palace and realize, what else did I do? Okay. And so inner conversations, this is what I tested. I tested it against robotic affirming. And I said, okay, what if I only had inner conversations? What if I mainly just had inner conversations with myself? 7-day turnaround. Complete manifestation in 7 fucking days. Completely different. I also had Serena, Unapologetic with Me. She did it. Care to guess how many days it took for her to have a complete turnaround? 7 days. 7 days. Okay. I was talking to my COO. We had a conversation. Care to guess how quickly that shit manifested? A day later. This is why the negative shit manifests quickly. Because your inner conversations are powerful, because they're so fucking natural for you. It's a natural thing. And if your subconscious mind takes you at your word, when you have an inner conversation, you really don't think about it again. You're not suffocating the shit, right? It's just so natural to you to like have a conversation within your mind to yourself. It's like talking to yourself. Okay. And so, I would have those daily reminders that like, I can have whatever the fuck I want. Like, I'm the operant power, right? Like a pep talk. Okay. And then, another set of inner conversations are, based on it would be like reminding yourself of what the fuck he's told you. So what has your SP told you in the past? The positive, obviously, only. Is what are some things he's told you about your relationship, about his feelings towards you, all that shit. Recall those conversations. You can hear his voice, great. If you can't hear his voice, it doesn't fucking matter. Just replay it, because I'm not like a huge, like, let me hear his voice type shit. I can, but like I said, it has to be really short. If I'm going to recall a whole ass conversation, that's not how it's going to go, okay? Because then I find myself questioning, like, is it his voice or am I saying it? You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. So instead, what you want to do is you want to sit there and tell yourself oh yeah, okay, let's say you want to go on a date on Thursday. It's like, dude, he totally just asked me to go on a date. He's going to tell me everything that I want to hear. I know he's taking me on a date on Thursday. I cannot wait till he asks me to go on this date, because I know exactly what the fuck I'm going to wear and all of that shit. Like, because I know that he wants to see my ass, because why wouldn't he? That's an inner conversation. That's not affirmations, right? Affirmations are robotic. Affirming is like statements. That's what an affirmation is. It's like a statement. He's taking me on a date on Thursday. He's going to take me on a date Thursday. He's going to take me on a date Thursday. He's going to take me on a date Thursday. That's an affirmation. It's robotic. It's not natural to you. Okay. But does it still push out? Yes, it does. Of course it does. But inner conversations push out so much faster because it is like as if it's happened. Because who the fuck talks about shit that it hasn't, who talks about something that hasn't happened? Nobody. Okay, so when you're talking in your mind, it's very real to your subconscious mind because it's in your tone. It's the way you naturally speak. And it's as if it's true. Because who the fuck talks about shit in their mind that's not true? Which is why the negative shit pushes out. Okay, so it's things like that. Two is, and then the second thing is to umbrella the shit. Okay, the second thing is to umbrella the shit. So where I found what worked very effective for my inner conversations was like, no, I know exactly. Telling yourself what you know. Because your subconscious mind takes you at your word and pushes out what you know. So the more you tell yourself you know something, it takes you at your word and it pushes out what you know. Kill two birds with one fucking stone. That's what I'm all about. Least amount of effort, biggest results, and fastest results. That's literally how I live my entire fucking life. If you think it's going to take me some fucking drawn out time, nope. I don't think so. What you think? I'm going to do this shit forever? Nope. Anytime the doctors would try to tell me, like when I got my gallbladder removed, if I'd have known all this shit before, I'd have all my organs in my body. Okay, but when I got my gallbladder removed, they were like, you can never eat this. See, I was like, you lost me at the whole never shit. I just stopped listening. After that shit, you can never. I was like, I don't even understand what the fuck this man is talking about. I don't even know what he's talking about. Well, I'm so stubborn like that. Where when I got my gallbladder removed, they were like, I didn't realize that the cafeteria can see your file chart on your dietary restrictions. I didn't know that. And don't judge me, but I fuck with cafeteria food at the hospital. Hospital's food is the shit. I don't know why. I just love it. Their cafeteria food, okay? And when I found out that I could order room service every 90 minutes, I told my mom, I called my mom, I was like, bring some Tupperware, bitch. Bring some Tupperware, because I'm ordering food every fucking 90 minutes. Bring some Tupperware, fajitas for days. What? And she did. She'd bring me Tupperware. I'd be on that phone like, how many Jellos can I have? Okay, cool. I'll take 2. And then let me go ahead and get the fajitas. And then if I can get a side salad and some soup, that'd be great, right? But then I didn't realize that I'm not allowed to have salt. So I told my mom, as I could barely walk, I was like, come on, we got to go to the cafeteria. She's like, Jenny can't walk. I was like, yes, the fuck I can. So it took me a while, but we walked to the cafeteria. I was that person right after I gave birth to my child. They were like, you can't get up. I was like, bitch, watch me. I got to get up. Okay. And so I went down to the cafeteria and I tried to order some food with some salt. And they were like, you can't, according to your thing, you can't have salt. I was like, fuck, you can see that shit? And so I was like, okay, mom, you're going to order a grilled cheese. So she did, and she ordered what the fuck I wanted to eat, and we split it and ate it. Did I die? No, obviously not. Why? Because I reject whatever you tell me, and I don't want to hear that shit. Reject automatically. I was like, I can never. You lost me at the word never and forever, unless it's what I want to hear. No, I don't think so. You really can't. You have to limit your red meat. I'm sorry. No, I'm not going to sit here and read a fucking list of food that I need to avoid because I don't have a gallbladder. I'm not going to read that fucking list every time I want to eat food. No, I'm going to eat what I ate before when I had a gallbladder. And you know what? I'm totally fine. I'm totally fine. That's how you have to realize you're in control, bitch. So we don't accept what we don't want. But I'm glad. Inner conversations also, what worked for me as I digress is by telling yourself an umbrella. I know exactly how he fucking feels about me. I literally know exactly how he feels about me. That I have no doubt. I know he wants to be in a relationship. I don't question that. I have no doubt about it. Okay, that's certainty. That's a surety. That's what pushes out. Okay, yeah, he's going to tell me everything that I want to hear. He's literally like, I don't even understand why you guys are like, do I need to write that I want an apology? No. Why don't instead you just say he's going to tell me everything I want to hear? That includes an apology. Okay, but it also includes him confessing his love to you, and doing all this other shit too. So what you look like focusing on one fucking thing. I'm huge on umbrellas as much as possible because ain't nobody trying to affirm all the little fucking shit. Know what I mean? Okay. How about finance manifest can't? How does that work? It's the same. Well, thanks, Sierra. We have no filter around here. I don't even know how to filter around here at all. And I use simplistic terms because trying to think of an intelligent word, just not my vocab, and I don't give a shit. How about finance? How do you manifest finances? Okay, so if you want to manifest money, okay, it's mainly the same principle as, okay, so manifesting money. What up, CC girlfriend? Love you, bitch. Okay, manifesting money is not the same as SP. SP is kind of like a separate category when it comes to manifestation, if you will, because there's different things involved in SP. Okay, but when it comes to money, weight loss, success, business success, all of that, there's core principles that are all the same across the fucking board. Okay. And that is that you need to step into the identity of someone who has what you want. Okay. So if you want to be rich and successful, then you need to identify yourself as rich and successful now. I have a thriving business. Like literally, I make 7 figures a year. Like I have a 7-figure business right now. Tell yourself that. Okay. Because when you step into that, like, oh yeah, I've always had plenty of money. I literally have always, that's an umbrella. I've always had plenty of money. That's a revision too. You know, I've always had plenty of money. Shit, I got like 20 grand in the bank right now, or I got 100 grand in the bank right now. Like literally, I can buy whatever I want. I can literally go wherever I want. I can do whatever the fuck I want. Right? Inner conversations about money. But you have to identify yourself as having a lot of money. You cannot be broke and have rich thoughts, and you cannot be rich and have broke thoughts. Those don't go together. So everything that you want to manifest, you have to be in alignment with what you're manifesting. Okay. So if you want to have a lot of money, then you need to check what assumptions you have about money first and foremost. Okay. So, because most of our core beliefs, especially around money, are instilled in us by the age of 7. Okay. And they're by sources of influence. They're by sources of influence, like, you know, your parents, family members, things like that. And so oftentimes when you're a child, if you grew up in a single mom household or things like that, you watched money was a struggle, or you always wanted things, but they told you that they couldn't afford it. You know, this, that, and the fucking third, things like that. So you have to, I know you did, son. So you have things like that, that's the problem. Because you're growing up where you think, because remember, your parents don't try to fuck you up when you're young, but they teach based on what they were taught growing up. And it's like, it's passed down from generation to generation, which is why poverty will never end unless society stops talking about what was relevant 55,000 years ago and acting like it's relevant today. It's not. Okay. So like, when I told my dad that I was going to quit my job and I was going to start a business, my dad was like, are you fucking stupid? He was like, go back and get your job. He's like, that's security. I'm like, security? They can fire you tomorrow. He's like, well, what are you going to do in your future, Jen? What about Social Security and a pension? Do you know where I live? So my dad gets both. First of all, they don't even do pensions anymore where I live. And he gets both. He still couldn't rent a 1-bedroom apartment on both of those. So that ain't paying for shit. And so I was like, you know, or you grew up under the premise that you have to work hard to make money. Okay. Or money is hard to make. Or I can't tend to save. I live paycheck to paycheck. I can't tend to save money, right? So you have these underlying assumptions. You need to find out what those are, because when you're affirming for money and you're having inner conversations about money, if you have an assumption that money, you have to work hard to make money, well, then unless you kill that assumption and decide making money is easy as fuck, then you're going to have to work hard to make money because that's already an assumption you have. Okay, so you have to dead that assumption and be like, actually, no. Making money is super easy. I get paid to exist. I literally get paid to exist. People love to give me money. I have plenty of money, always. Money just comes to me from everywhere. For every dollar I spend, I get $2 back. Whatever you want to tell yourself when it comes to money. But you have to watch your inner conversations, because every time you pay your bills, I don't care if there's $3 staring back at you. You can't be like, damn, I'm broke. Damn, money's tight this month. You can't tell yourself that. Okay, so instead you have to flip that. You have to live. This is the level of delusion involved. So you see your bank account, there's $20 in your bank account. That's not what you see, because your subconscious mind doesn't have eyes. It doesn't know what you see. It only knows what you tell yourself. So you see $20 staring back at you. You're like, damn, I got a shit ton of money. All my bills are paid on time every time. All my bills are always paid. Like, I got plenty of the money in the bank. Look at all that money. I got $100,000 in the bank right now. Shit, I'm rich. See what I'm saying? That's what you have to do. And money will start to come to you from everywhere. All right. Divine Valley, what in the fuck are you talking about, girl? Mona. My husband was at me today, brought me coffee. He was okay, but he still stays away. No touch. Him in the 3D. Okay, Mona, so I want you to assign positive meaning, all of you, to everything. Everything. You have to see them differently, okay? So like your husband, because you either want your relationship to turn around or you don't, right? So you have to focus on the positive instead of the things he's not doing. You need to focus on what he is doing, okay? So it's like, he brought you coffee today. I think that's sweet. I think that's amazing. Okay, he brought you coffee today, but he still stays away. No, he cannot get enough of me. Like, literally, he cannot get enough of me. Every single day, he does something to show me that he loves me. Every day he does. He shows me that he loves me. But the key is for you to assign that meaning, because nothing has meaning until you give it a meaning. So that coffee should be like he just married you all fucking over again. Okay, so it's like he brings you, you're telling yourself that. So it's like every day he shows me that he loves me. So this man brings you fucking coffee. You're like, look at him showing me how he's the perfect husband. My God, he's always showing me how much he loves me. That's how you have to see him. You can't bitch about him anymore. You can't focus on the things he's not doing because all you're doing is keeping that in place. All right. What up, Gav? Okay, Divine Valley. Let's talk about what you're talking about, bitch. My neighbor tried to kick down my door, started a fire on the property, and is coming after my mom. I want him to go to jail. Isn't that, I don't know where you live, but ain't that a crime? Isn't that a crime? I think it is. Where we live, that's a crime. Okay. So then you call the cops. You see what I'm saying? Now, if your neighbor is seems like a nightmare, you have two options. Because let's say he goes to jail. Okay. You have to think, okay, well, what's worse? What do I really want out of the situation? Okay. Because there's, let's say he goes to jail. Let's say he knows it's you. The law's weird this way. I don't know. Again, I don't know where you live, but, you just tell yourself that. How can you manifest someone to go to jail? Okay, listen. There's a problem with jail. Okay, so let's say you manifest him to go to jail, and he does 7 days, and he comes home. The motherfucker is still at your house. He's still your neighbor. See what I'm saying? Even though he went to jail for 7 days, and for him to go to jail, often, and it depends, because he can get arrested, right, and released. He can get arrested, cited, and released on the spot. And given a court date. So 20 hours from now, he's back home. But now he also has a court date, and now you and your mom are called to testify against him. What do you think that's going to do for your clearly unstable neighbor? Or you can tell yourself something different and let the dominoes fall where they fall, let nature take its course. Okay, so instead saying like, actually, my neighbor has completely gone away. They completely moved away. They have gone away. They've moved away. They've just gone away. If that means he goes to jail, that's what that means. If that means he moves his ass to fucking Mars, then that's what that means too. Okay, so whatever has to happen naturally for this man to move away is what's going to happen. So instead, I would focus on him going away. Like he's moved away. He's completely gone away. He's moved away. Okay, that's what I would do. Now, if you want him to go to jail, then you're like, he's so fucking crazy. His ass, he's in jail. Yeah, like literally, he's so fucking crazy. He just got arrested, bitch. Like conversation in your mind, right? He's so crazy. He literally just got arrested and he's going to prison. That's what you can do. Okay, but you have to take a look at what he's done or get a restraining order. Okay, or get a restraining order, because that might, based upon how close in proximity he is to you, would cause him to have to leave his home. If he can't be within 500 feet of you and he lives right next door to you and you have an apartment, well, he can't be there. So problem solved. Okay. So there's different things like that. You have to take a look at what he's doing and ask yourself again, like here, if that was to happen here, he'd be cited and released. That's what would happen here, sadly, because he hasn't technically done anything like majorly offense. And that's unfortunately part of the problem. It's like, oh, I'm sorry. Are you waiting for him to murder me or what? You know what I mean? So it's, unfortunately, that's just the laws here. That's the way they're written. So him going to jail could amplify your problems. It could not solve them, especially if he goes to jail for 48 hours. Now what? Instead, I want that man. Bye. You got to go. And that's how you have to think about it. Divine Valley, I already answered the question, bitch. One thing, every time you can miss something, I found an apartment, but it is not ideal to my standard. I'm guessing that says standard. Garasolis, answer your question, girl. Okay, I don't know what the fuck. Where the rest is this? Okay, so you manifest an apartment, but it's not ideal to your standard. Okay, so you found an apartment, excuse me. So why don't you manifest the perfect place to live? I just found the perfect place to live. I literally just found the perfect place to live. We found the perfect place to live. Yeah, so excited. Just got the perfect apartment. I literally just got the perfect apartment. I'm serious. So it works. That's all I'm going to say about that. It works. And perfect apartment is exactly that for you, okay? So if you want to live in an apartment, then you just found the perfect apartment, okay? Whatever has to happen, so you're going to find like not only the perfect apartment, but it's going to be within your price range. Like everything is going to sync up together. See what I'm saying? So it's not like you're going to find the perfect apartment that's like 4 times your budget. No, the perfect apartment is exactly that. Your ideal place to live within your price range and everything. Exactly how you want it. Okay. That's exactly what that is. Okay. So that's what I would do. That's what I would do. Fallen. So what would these inner conversations look like to manifest NSP? Oh, I think I already answered that. Dame Salters. What if we've been broken up for 9 months? Doesn't matter. Me and my boyfriend were broken up for... We were broken up for 8 months. I don't fucking know. 7 to 8 months. That's how long we were broken up. Oh yeah. Well, technically for me to get my full manifestation. Yeah. 8 months. But it didn't matter. Time is an illusion. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Okay. Time is only what you make of it, but as long as you focus on the time, then that's a problem. That's a problem. Okay. So don't focus on the time. Would the combos be just to me or me and my SP? Most of them are fallen. Most of them are to you. They're just inner conversations you're having within yourself. You can imagine yourself having a conversation with your SP, like a dialogue, but I recommend you keep it short and sweet. Okay. But it could be where you imagine both of them. Me, I'm not big on that, so I'd rather just keep it short and sweet and have inner conversations within myself. Reminding myself of things that they've said, things that I want, all of that good stuff. Can I manifest a guy to go on a trip with me next month? Nope. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Garasoles? Yes, you can. You can. You can. You have to stay that path. And you have to just tell yourself, yeah, whoever the guy is, but like, dude, James, like having a conversation or affirm it is like, James is going on a trip with me in June. Like, I am so excited. He totally just agreed to go. Thanks, I'm Kitty Girl. He totally just agreed to go on a trip with me in June. I am so excited for our trip that we're taking next month. It's going to be epic. We're going to have the best fucking time. As if he's already confirmed he's going. Okay. If you're going to affirm for that, you could say he, doesn't matter. Your subconscious mind knows who you're talking about. So you could say, yeah, he's going on a trip with me next month. He's going on a trip with me next month. He's totally going on a trip with me. He's going on a trip with me. Excuse me, why my stomach growls. Unfortunately, what he told me was nothing but lies. Okay, so Monica, sister, you need to start seeing him as being 100% honest with you. Okay? And here's the thing. Here's the thing, guys. I was talking to somebody earlier today about this. You guys need to understand that when people tell you how they feel about you, the shit's not made up. They don't have to make it up. They could just not say shit. You know what I'm saying? They don't have to make it up. They just wouldn't acknowledge it or acknowledge the opposite. So I wouldn't tell yourself that everything he's told you has been nothing but lies. That's not going to benefit you. And as long as you tell yourself that and you see him as a liar, he will have to lie to you. You're practically begging him to continue to lie to you. And bitch, that ain't what you want, is it? No. Okay? Dame, you say it every day and you can write it down, but you don't have to write it daily. Please don't do that. I love hospital food. What's wrong with you? Well, Anna, I went through this whole makeup tutorial. I'm just kidding. I revealed my super fucking expensive makeup like a couple weeks ago on here. Buckle up, Buttercup. Are you fucking ready? I wear 2 different types of eyeshadow. One of them I bought from a very high-end retailer called the Dollar Tree. The second one I bought from an equally high-end retailer, Target, and it's e.l.f. It was like $3. Yeah, that's it. My daughter has more expensive fucking makeup than I do. I just love a good bargain. You too, Mandy girlfriend. You're welcome, Gab Mad Mom. Ooh, I love a good Mad Mom. Love a good Mad Mom. My SP mentioned to me that he was flattered that I love him, but he says he only wants a friendship. Okay, Jackie. When the fuck did your SP tell you this? Because if your SP told you that he was flattered that you love him, that to me tells me that you like sat down with him and was like, you expressed your feelings to him, which in a sense is forcing the 3D. Okay. But he says he only wants friendship. I don't give a fuck. Look, I shove down, hold your questions too, because we're about to do our techniques, our methods, excuse me. I shove down your fucking throats to not give a shit what they say. I told you guys that when they tell you something you don't want to hear, well, you know what? They are now speaking Chinese. You have no idea what the fuck they're talking about. Like, excuse me? A friendship? You're so cute. You mean like a relationship. That's the only ship I heard you fucking just come out your mouth is a relationship. That's what you're so cute. You mean like a relationship. That's the only ship I heard you fucking just come out your mouth is a relationship. That's what he meant. I don't even know what the fuck he's talking about. No, he absolutely is in love with me. He feels the exact, whatever I feel about him, he feels that even more for me. That's what I fucking heard. What I heard is that he loves me right on back. Like he's obsessed with me. Game on, bitch. That's how I look at it. That's how I would look at it. Like, did you say you're fucking flattered? Well, game on. But here's the difference. I play to fucking win. So if you think that you're flattered and you just see me as a friendship, I don't fucking think so. Because the only ship we're in, bitch, is relationship. So thank you very much. And you love me even more than I love you. Yeah, you are low-key obsessed with me. In fact, like you've never met anybody like me. I'm the only one you're connected to. You don't see a future with anyone but me, bitch. Like, yeah, what the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, that's exactly how my whole ass inner conversations would have gone. I would have, because I told you guys like 5 seconds ago, like, if I don't like something, reject. What the fuck are you talking? Excuse me? I refuse to believe that. I would even tell myself that. I would tell myself that. I refuse to believe that. I refuse to believe that. I can't believe that. No, I don't refuse to believe that. Yeah, so refuse to believe it. Who gives a shit? The only reason why he said that is because you questioned his feelings for you. You don't know how he feels about you. Does he see this more as a friendship? So let me tell him how I feel because I'm hoping that he'll reciprocate. No. Because he won't. Because you don't know. So right now, your inner conversations are all about how that man is fucking obsessed with you. Like he is totally in love with me, literally so in love with me. Like he's ready to take this friendship to the whole nother level. Yeah. And then he's going to tell me everything I fucking want to hear. He's literally going to tell me everything I want to hear. I know he has feelings for me. That I have no doubt. I absolutely know that he is in love with me. That's what you're going to tell yourself. And then when he tells you he loves you and he starts calling you his girl, then you're going to be like, checkmate, bitch. Yeah, that's right. That's right, Jackie. So this is where I say you have 2 choices. You either go off of the words out of their mouth only if it's what you want to hear. What up, Sonia, girlfriend? But if it is not what you want to hear, then you go off of their actions only. Solely off their actions. So if their actions tell you the opposite, like, I don't know. What up, Jill? What up, Adri? You know, if their actions are showing you relationship and how they feel, that's all you need to know. That's all I fucking need to know. Is exactly what the hell his actions are showing me. Fuck that other shit. What up, Jimmy? Thanks. See what I'm saying? Play. Every one of you should be viewing this as a game where you play to win. I will accept nothing else. I play to win 100% of the time. You got me fucked up. I don't even gamble unless I expect to win. Yeah, that's right. Play to win. Compete with yourself. Challenge yourself. Push yourself. To be like, he just said something I don't like? Okay, I don't fucking think so. Reject. Let me go ahead and tell you what you like. Okay, I don't fucking think so. Reject. Let me go ahead and tell you what your shit's gonna be, bruh. Okay? I don't know what the fuck you think this shit is, but if you think you're gonna decide when we're together, when we're not together, how you feel about no. I don't fucking think so. I'll decide that. And I'll let you know. Don't worry. In here, I'll let you know. And then you'll do what I want you to do. Because this is my decision. When you guys say certain things, you should, like, you could literally, I've done this, is like, I want you to say right now, well, we'll do this during the photo method. I'll tell you to do something during the photo method, okay? Ooh, Rhea, boyfriend FaceTime today, which was cool because we haven't done it in a while he was at work. He was all smiles. Of course, why wouldn't he be all smiles, bitch? When he talks to you, his heart just skips a beat. Koi, the only reason why you're getting hot and cold behavior, I'm going to answer 2 more questions. That's it until we do the technique. And then until we do the methods. And then if you guys want to know about how we're going to leverage, I got to get through this shit. Okay. Okay. I don't want to run out of time because I got a hard ass stop at 1 in an hour. I got a hard stop. Okay. So if you're getting hot and cold behavior from your SP, that is only because you are wavering between versions of your SP. You're reacting to cold behavior. And therefore you get more of that, okay? You're getting bits and pieces of old version, bits and pieces of new version. It's really easy to persist in perfect boyfriend when everything is fucking great in your relationship. But what about the time when cold behavior rears its ugly little fucking head? That is where the challenge is. But that's your chance to grow and evolve. Is to say, I don't like this shit, so I'm going to change that. And I'm going to change it right now. I'm going to change it right now. Okay. And then within an hour, they're conformed, right back on track, hot behavior, because you'll go from hot and cold to hot and steamy behavior if you will persist. And if you will change, because your description of your SPs are constantly evolving, because they may do some shit and you're like, or they may say something and you're like, the fuck? Well, I don't like that shit. So mental note, right? Investigative hat, mental note. No. You know, you don't like the tone in their text messages. So change the shit. They're constantly showing me affection. Like literally, they send me the nicest text in the world. Like they're constantly sending me sweet texts. Change it. You'll notice the tonality of their text start to change. You want them to say something specific? Then change it in your mind. Then all of a sudden they start to say what you wanted them to say. Do you understand? Do you understand? Change it in your mind. Stop settling. Stop settling. For fucking what? You literally have the power to change whatever the hell you want. You can change whatever you want about your SP. Whatever you want about SP. There's no limits. There's no limits. You want to change their whole ass religion? Change their whole ass religion. What do I care for? What do I care for? You can change whatever you want. But you guys think too small. So many of you guys think too small. Okay? Where it's like you're thinking too small. Where you're just like in your own fucking head, like I have to just accept. The only thing you should ever be accepting is what you want. And you should never accept anything that you don't want. Because those who do not accept what they don't want are what they call miracles, what they call the unexplained, all that shit. The ones that get what they want because they refuse to accept what they don't. No matter the evidence that's in your face. No matter the evidence. Okay, you'll know if you have a different conviction. If, like, you should be so dead set on the outcome of this relationship that it doesn't matter. Your mom could tell you you're batshit ass crazy. This man is never going to get back together with you, and you don't even believe her. Yeah. Where they can say whatever the fuck they want. And you're like, yo, oh, okay. I don't believe that at all. Reject. That's what it takes. That's what it takes. Is just to reject. You get your fucking panties in a bunch and shit. For what? For fucking what? Reject. 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 Oh, you said that? Okay, I'll keep that because I love that. What did you say now? Oh, I don't like that. No, reject. Told you. It's like that. It's like it's like channeling your inner fucking child, right? And it's like, when they tell you something you don't want to hear, you're just like the earplugs go and you're like, la 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 la. But whenever they tell you what they don't want to hear, what you don't want to hear, the investigative hat comes on and you're like, please continue actually. Because I will find the leverage here and I will go ahead and change that too. Ooh, what whiplash? Your SP is coming to see you. He's bringing He's bringing items I left behind. I'm excited. Overreacting? No. Why would you overreact? What you're not going to do is react to shit unless it's a positive reaction. If it ain't a positive reaction, then no. You ain't going to react to shit. You understand? When someone asks me, oh yeah, I got to get started. If I'm single and I'm manifesting my ex, do I say yes or no? That's a good question. Kate loves tarot. Link in the bio, bitch. I'd love to work with you. Yes. When someone asks me if I'm single and I'm manifesting my ex, we don't call them exes, it's SP. Do I say yes or no? Yeah, you can say yes. And in your mind, you're like, no, I'm actually not. I'm taken. It depends on who's asking you. It depends on who's asking you, okay? Like if like some rando guys are asking you if you're single, then be like, no. You know what I'm saying? Unless you want to date them. I think it's completely... I hate when people ask for a fucking phone number. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had this guy ask for a phone number, for my phone number, and I was like, no, I'm actually in a relationship. And the guy started cussing me out. And I was like, bruh, just because you asked for my fucking phone number doesn't mean I'm required to give it to you. Are you insane? On top of that, maybe get a little hotness on there and you would have swiped the number, but you're not even cute. So thank you very much. Come again. I had to get rude. But people get offended. They act like because they ask you that shit, you're supposed to be like, the fuck? Like, oh, I'm obligated to give it to you? No, I'm not, bro. No, I'm not. Yeah, I'm like, no, go away. And if that pickup line, like, that's a little blunt. If that pickup line works, then holla for $1. But it ain't working on me, bitch. All right, thanks, Bev. Okay, Bev's pissing me off already. So I'm just kidding. All right, so let's get busy, okay? Let's get comfy, get a nice little comfy place because we're going to do the cord cutting now. I do preface both of these methods we do back to back. They are both on my TikTok channel. If you want to, TikTok, it's not a channel, is it? I don't know. But TikTok, if you want to save them, you can. This first one we're doing is the cord cutting, and there's a trilogy of 3 red video. There's a trilogy of videos with me wearing a red shirt. Okay? Everyone, including Jen, behave. I love you, Bev. So it's the first one of me in the red shirt. Okay? That's what I have Patriot vibes here for. And I'm kidding. And then the second one is the photo method. That is pinned to my profile. It's got like 42,000. I think we're at 43,000 views now. So save those videos. Okay. I am going to be redoing the photo method one because I've added a second step. I've added an additional part to it because this is really going to help you. Okay. All right. So now that you're in a comfy position, we're going to clear the energy between you and SP because the day you met your SP, it's like walking around with the same fucking shirt on all the time. You've never taken it off and never washed it. So what we're going to do is wash that shirt. Okay, we're going to wash that shirt so it's nice and clean, fresh energy between you and your SP, because when you do this, your SP will think about you. It's inevitable. They will think about you very quickly. You will pop into their mind. This time, the thought about you is different. It's not the same as before. Okay, because there's fresh energy. This is why you pop into their mind. Okay, when I did this with an ex in my past, I hadn't talked to him in 8 years. And all of a sudden, he calls me 72 hours later and was like, hey, how's it going? I was just thinking about you. What are you doing? Somebody else got contact within 60 minutes, or no, 6 hours. Another one got contact within 20 minutes. Like there's an array of things that have happened. Okay. Somebody else was in contact with their estranged daughter after 2 years after doing cord cutting. Okay. So this is what I recommend you do with your SP, but also with the people in your life, especially the people that you're either estranged from that you don't want to be, or the negative Nellies in your fucking life. Cut them all. Okay. But you also do it with the people that you love. So like let your children, everyone's attached to your energy. So cut the cord with your children, cut the cord with your parents, whoever's immediately in your life, and then branch out from there. Okay. Okay. Now sit back, relax. Release the tension for just a couple minutes. Just be present in the moment. There's nothing to worry about, okay? So right now, for a couple minutes, you're going to not worry about shit. Okay? We're not worrying about anything. I want you to close your eyes. And I want you just to take 3 deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. And as you breathe out, just relax and release all the tension. Now I want you to imagine, welcome Blue Canary, I want you to imagine that you are in an amphitheater. It's dark outside. There's no one there except for you. And you're sitting in the middle of this amphitheater, and in front of you, there is a giant stage. And on this stage, there's a single stage light. The stage light goes from the ceiling down to the center of the stage. I want you to direct your focus into that light for just a moment. And as you stare into the light, you start to realize that you're not alone. In fact, you notice that off in the distance, out of the light in the back of the stage, you can notice a dark, shadowy figure. And as you start to shift your focus from the light to the shadowy figure, you start to realize that that person is your SP. Now, I want you to call your SP, say their name, ask them to come into the light. Do that now. Now, as your SP begins to step into the light, you start to notice their facial features, their physical features, and you also notice a gold cord that runs from the center of their third eye directly into your third eye. Now, I want you to look at your SP in their eyes, and I want you to ask your SP these 2 questions, and I want you to hear them respond. If you can hear their voice, great. If you cannot, that's okay too. Okay, I want you to ask your SP right now, do you support me? Hear them tell you, yes. Now ask them, do you love me? Also hear them tell you, yes. Now I want you to say these 4 phrases to your SP. This time, you're not going to hear them respond, and that's okay. As you look at your SP in their eyes, I want you to tell your SP right now, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Now I want you to reach up with your hands as if it's a pair of scissors, and I want you to cut the gold cord that runs directly from your third eye only, keeping the cord in their third eye intact. And as that gold cord begins to fall to the floor, I want you to reach up with your other hand and pull the roots of that gold cord out of your third eye and just toss them aside. Now, as the cord continues to fall to the floor, your SP, specific person, starts to float away like a balloon. And it gets farther and farther. And they get smaller and smaller. And they get farther and farther. And they get smaller and smaller. And farther and farther. And smaller and smaller until they just disappear. Now take one more deep breath in and out and open your eyes. All right. Now, relax and just know that right now you are on their mind. Now, get your pictures of your SP out. Okay, this is the photo method that we do every day here because my job here is to get you something different. Okay, to get you to understand. Erica, you could do the cord cutting as often as you want. as often as you want. I recommend that you cut the cord at least once a week. Okay, like every Friday or every Monday or something like that. Okay. Welcome, Danica. You're going to love it here. We are like a family here, literally. And I also have no filter at all. So there's that part too. I don't know how to. All I do is keep the shit real. That's it. Yeah, EC, you can cut the cord every day. That's why we do it every day. Okay? Is you can cut the cord every day. I always say, what the fuck? Why the fuck not? You know what I'm saying? Oh my God. Jesus Christ. Hold on. I just got to reply to this real quick. Okay. So you've got your pictures of your SP out. I need you guys to start thinking differently. Okay. Really need you guys to start thinking differently and expecting something different from your SP. Okay. Because your SP, when it comes to your SP, you are expecting one thing or another. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. And if you also know her and have her picture, guess what you could also do? Tell her she's going away. Yeah, you've actually found someone else. You've moved on. I like to, do both. So I want you to, good, you have two SPs. Let's let them fight for your attention. Okay, so you're expecting one thing or another from your SP. You're either expecting them to want to talk to you, want to be with you, want to see you, or you're expecting them to not want to talk to you, keep no contact, want nothing to do with you, want to avoid you, and don't want to be with you. Either way it goes, you're expecting something. So what are you expecting? What are you expecting? So right now, we're going to forget about everything. Everything that happened a minute ago, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it because we're starting fresh right now, right here. Okay? Forget everything that happened 20 seconds ago in your mind. Doesn't matter. Okay? Doesn't matter. All right. Now I want you to go back in your relationship, in the beginning of your relationship. And I want you to remember who you were in the beginning of your relationship. The confidence that you had about yourself, the assurity, the certainty, you knew who the fuck you were. Okay? You didn't question who you were. You knew who you were. Okay? You had a confidence about you, a security about you where, sure, would you have been open to a relationship? Yeah. But did you need one? No. No. You were totally fine. Independent within yourself. Congruent within yourself. You had your own identities. You knew who you were. Because the reality is that even though from the beginning of our relationship to the end of our relationship, at the end of the relationship, you didn't even recognize who your SP was anymore. In fact, you probably said this, is they're not the same. They've changed. They're not the same as they were in the beginning, right? They're just not the same person. The reality is, though, you also are not the same person at the end of your relationship than you were in the beginning of your relationship either. Because we tend to let relationships change our identities, how we see ourselves, create insecurities within ourselves. So we need to go back to that confident person that you were in the beginning of your relationship, because that person, that version of who you were in the beginning of your relationship, except the evolved version now, is who they were attracted to. That's who they wanted. That's who they pursued. That's who they chased. They chased you. They were attracted to you. They would have done anything to get your fucking attention. They wanted to talk to you all the time. They were going out of their way to spend every second with you. They wanted to be in a relationship with you. At that time in your relationship, you never questioned anything at all. You knew how they felt about you. You knew you would hear from them. You knew all of that. Okay? So we now need to go back to that. We need to go back to that version of who you are. Because that version of you won their heart. That version of you is who they fell in love with. Now, I want you to step into that version of yourself. Do it now. You're going to step into it like a bodysuit, like you're putting on a whole fucking bodysuit, like mama got a brand new bang, bitch. Okay? Yeah, that's it. I have arrived. Okay? Like, bitch, I'm back. You know what I'm saying? That's the attitude you need to have right now. Okay? Now, I want you now to go to a point in your relationship where everything was perfect. Zero complaints in the complaint department. They were checking every fucking box. I want you to remember who your SP was for you at that point. Who were they for you? How do they treat you? How do they make you feel? Who were they as a person for you? Because that version of your SP, you wanted to talk to all the time. Like they lit up your world. They were perfect for you. That version of them won your heart. Is the version of them that you saw as perfect for you, that did all the things. That version of them, you never questioned their behavior. You never questioned shit in your relationship because everything was perfect. You didn't question if you would hear from them tomorrow. You knew you would. You knew you would hear from them today. Not a doubt in your mind. You knew all of this. Well, that version of your SP is now who they are again for you. There's no other version of them that exists except that version of them right now, right here, for you and only you. You can select whatever version of your SP you want at any given time. Doesn't matter. You can select whatever version of your SP you want at any given time. Doesn't matter. So this version of yourself and this version of your SP are the only two versions that exist from now and moving forward. Okay? Because the reality is, since you last spoke to your SP has done nothing but think about you. Why do you think about them? You think about your SP. It's called thought transmission. Thought transmission goes two ways. It doesn't just go one. You're learning how to control which thoughts you're transferring to your SP, but your SP is constantly transferring thoughts to you. They're just not aware of it. Okay? It goes both directions. It's called the law of opposites. Okay, so the fact is, when you think about your SP, that is because your SP is thinking about you too, which is why oftentimes we have to try not to think about our SP. But you don't have to try to think about your SP because they're thinking about you too. So when you are going about your day and all of a sudden the thought of your SP pops into your mind, that is because they are thinking about you. They haven't stopped thinking about you. Their feelings for you have not changed. Remember what they told you. Remember all the amazing things they told you. Recall that now. Because that hasn't changed. If you will hold on to the things that they said and know how they feel about you, they must reflect that. They don't have a choice. Your SP has gone on your social media profile, and I don't give a fuck if you think you're blocked. If you think you're blocked and your SP is not creeping on your social media profile every day, you are sadly mistaken. Your SP goes on your profile every single day. He's like window shopping, they're getting a peek, a sneak peek behind the scenes into your life. They're curious. They want to know what you're doing, just like you're constantly wanting to know what they're doing. They are literally looking at your photos all the time in their gallery. All the photos that you two have together, and they're going down memory lane after memory lane after memory lane after memory lane. Thinking about all you, all the time. All the time. Know that. Own it. Now, I want you to tell yourself right now, I know exactly how they feel about me. They're contacting, now I want you to say this to yourself, they are contacting me right now because I said so. Say it. And notice that the moment you say, because I said so, that's an empowering statement. There's a shift in your energy when you say, because I said so. You know why? Because that's what queens and kings do. They get what they want because they said so. People do what they expect because they said so. That is now who you are. Say it. Try it on. There's always a shift. The second you say, because I said so. Like when you tell your child, or your child tells you, well, why do I need you this? Because I fucking said so. It's an empowering statement. Okay? So if you are new here, you're going to put on your crown. If you are not new here, you're going to straighten your crown and you're going to do it now, because here we get what we want and we get it when we want it. We don't wait for shit. Do you understand? When queens and kings give commands, do they have to question, wonder, worry, doubt, check if their command is going to be fulfilled? No, they don't. When queens and kings give commands, there's nothing to fucking check. There's nothing to question. There's nothing to doubt. There's nothing to worry about. They gave the command and they expect it to be fulfilled. Period. They don't need to check. When they say what they say goes. That is now who you are. What you say goes. You are the queen and the king of your reality. You will decide when they contact you and when they don't. They have attempted to contact you dozens of times up until now. Every day they have written a text message to you. They have looked at your phone number, wanting to call you, waiting for the right things to say. They want to tell you everything that you want to hear. But the only thing they've never been able to do is press that send button, press that call button. You know why? Because you are preventing them from doing that. Because you are not expecting them to contact you. Because you're sticking with the old bullshit story. That stops. Put on your fucking crown and you will expect them to contact you, and you're going to expect them to contact you now. Why? Because you fucking said so. Okay? Now, if you are alone, say this out loud. If you are not alone, because you want to say it with a little bit of backbone. If you are not alone, say it in your mind so you don't look like a wacko. Okay? You're going to look at your SP's photo and you're going to tell their ass exactly what to do. Okay? If you are in no contact with your SP, and I did not ask for circumstances. If you are in no contact with SP, or you're in contact, but it is not consistent contact, then you're going to look at their photo dead ass in their eyes and you're going to tell them that they're contacting you. Okay. Now you could say contacting, calling, texting, doesn't matter. And please, for the love of sake, do what I said to do. You can tell them whatever the fuck you want after this exercise. Okay. Don't go rogue. We're not here to go rogue at the current second. Okay. So you're going to look at their photo and you're going to say, you're texting me right now. You are 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 texting me right now. Okay. If you are in consistent contact with your SP, then you're going to move to, then you can either say they're contacting you right now or they're going to come see you today. You're coming to see me today. You're coming to see me today. If they can't come see you today because something about your schedule, then fucking say you're coming to see me whenever you want them to. Okay. You're coming to see me tomorrow, whatever. Okay. Now, if you are in any of the ships, friendship, situationship, relationship, marriage ship, all the ships. Then you're going to look at their photo and you can have fun with it. You can tell them whatever you want. You could tell them they're contacting you right now. They're coming to see you today. Or you can say, you're buying me flowers today. You're bringing me flowers today. Like you are giving a massage tonight. You're running me a bubble bath. You're buying me chocolates today. You're bringing me dinner tonight. Whatever the fuck you want. You're going to rub my feet tonight. You're giving me sexy time tonight. Whatever you want. Do you understand? So I pause this live every time I have you guys do this because I have to go to the ladies' room. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and pause this live. It's only going to be for a couple minutes. Don't get your panties in a bunch. Hang out. You're going to want to stay because... Why don't you go to the bathroom too? But you're busy because you're doing what I said with the photo method. Okay? But you're going to want to stay because I'm going to tell you exactly how we're going to leverage to lower your resistance to get movement. Okay? All right, my loves, get busy. Your crown is on. You only see the version of your SP that's perfect for you, that's wanting to talk to you right fucking now. And you are that confident bitch that you were, or man, that you were in the beginning of your relationship that expects that behavior from them. So right now, give your commands and expect them to contact you. Okay, now you're going to relax. There's nothing to check. Okay? We don't check, we expect. Do you understand? Do you understand? Okay, so let me tell you real quick before I get to some of your questions, because I got a hard stop in 30 minutes. Okay, here's what we're going to do, okay, is some of you guys have resistance to SP. But, well, most of you do to some degree, okay? Some more severe than others. So if you're getting movement, persist in that, okay, in what you're doing, okay? But add this too. Give you a leg up, okay? Now, if you're not seeing movement in your 3D and you want movement in your 3D, then let's go ahead and do what I'm about to tell you to do, okay? It's all about leveraging, okay? So if you know there's resistance to SP and you want movement and you don't have, there's other people in your SP's life that you have zero resistance to. Resistance means you want something so bad, okay? Like, I want this thing. I want this thing. That's resistance. It's like, I really need to have this. I really, really want my relationship back. I really need him back. I really need him back. I really need him back. And the more you want him back, the more resistance you have. Okay. The more you're creating a wall between you and SP because you're coming from lack. Like, I really need this thing. Okay. So this is where a lot of manifestation seems to be instant, because this is where I tell you guys, have fun with it. Have fun with it. I want you to pick someone at random. Okay. Like, this is how you have fun with manifestation. Prove it to yourself. Pick someone at random and tell yourself that they're going to wear a certain color shirt that day, right? They're going to wear a certain color shirt. Okay. Whatever. It could be a boss. It could be a coworker. It could be the person at your fucking gym. It could be anywhere. Okay. And you don't have to affirm your life away for this. You literally can say it a couple times. Okay. And then all of a sudden they wear that certain color shirt. Well, I've had numerous people do this. They have fun with it. They'll like walk out, they'll get in their car. They're gonna be like, we're hitting all green lights today. I have one person, she loves blowing her son's mind because they hate all green lights. Right, we're hitting all green lights today. You're going to Walmart. I'm going to get a front row parking spot today. I'm going to get a front row parking spot today. Yes, I am. I don't sit in traffic. I never sit in traffic. Right? It could be anything like, it could be anything. I'm going to see a purple car today. I'm literally going to see a purple car today. Okay, any of that stuff. Because what happens is when you do that, it activates what's called your RAS system, your reticular activator system. Okay, so the job of your reticular activator system is it brings things into your conscious awareness. So it's kind of like one of those things where you're like, I haven't seen a red car in a while. All of a sudden you see a lot of red cars. That's because your RAS system has been activated. So it's constantly scanning your surroundings, looking for evidence of that. Okay. So that's why you will start to see things like that. That further steps you in the assumption like, okay, shit, I got this shit. Okay. If I can get somebody to wear a red shirt, why can't I get this? There's no difference. There's no difference. Okay. So, but the difference is you have resistance when it comes to SP. You don't have resistance to any of that other shit, meaning you don't care one way or another, whether it happens or not. No resistance. Okay. So it shows up quickly. So the way you want to do this. So now this is where we're going to leverage resistance to SP, because there are people in your SP's life that you have zero resistance to. Nada. Zero. So why not have an army of salespeople working on your behalf? Working on your behalf, right? So like, let's say they have kids or they have, parents, obviously, right? They have parents or they have a brother, sister, friends, things like that, right? And there's people maybe that you like them and that they like you. That's great. Start with that. The ones that like you. And you, what you want to do is you want to sit there and you want to tell their ass what the fucking to do. Yeah, like Johnny, let's say his brother's Johnny. Okay, like, yeah, Johnny cannot stop talking about me to my SP. In fact, Johnny's telling my SP that we need to get back together like today. That the biggest mistake he ever had was ever leaving me, that I'm perfect. He thinks that I am perfect for my SP. And say that you can say your SP's name. And like, he cannot stop telling my SP to contact me. Like, he tells him every single day that he needs to contact me. Literally every day. That's all he does is tell him. Every day he reminds him that, hey, have you talked to me? Have you talked to her? Have you talked to her? You see what I'm saying? So you're leveraging those people. I think this is brilliant, personally. is you're leveraging other people. There you go. There you go, Mima. So you're leveraging other people to do what you want them to do. You can say it out loud, Flash. You could have a whole inner conversation about the people in his life. Like, man, his entire fucking family cannot stop talking about me to my SP. They literally talk about me all the time and they're constantly telling him how he needs to get back together with me, like today. And they tell him every day that he needs to contact me, that he needs to call me, like literally, that he needs to call me and he needs to just tell me everything I want to fucking hear, right? So you're now leveraging the other people in their life that you don't have resistance to. So now they're now fulfilling. I know you are welcome about, because his family cannot stop telling him how you guys need to live together. You guys are perfect together. He cannot wait to come live with you, because like literally that's all they talk about is how he needs to be living with you. You are good, Mima. Channel that, bitch. Channel that. Because I just pulled names out. The only one I don't say is my boyfriend's name. Okay? But leverage those people in their lives, because you don't have resistance to them like you do your SP. You don't need them to contact you, right? You don't want them to want to be with you, right? You don't have resistance to those people. So therefore, they should start to conform real fast. Like, they have children, right? They have children. Like, his children cannot stop talking about me to my ISP. Like, literally, they are constantly asking where I'm at. Fire sign. They're constantly asking where I'm at and when I'm coming home. Like, they're constantly asking me that. They're constantly asking me that. They're constantly asking him to talk to like get back together with me, because like they miss me so much. They miss me so much. They know I'm the best thing ever in his life, and they can't stop talking about me to my SP. Like, literally. Nope, Angelina, you're talking to yourself. You can say it out loud if you want, but really you can say it in your mind about how like everybody in his life literally thinks we're perfect together. And they keep telling him that he needs to contact me and get back together with me, like today. Okay, because you'll see all of a sudden, and he'll even push that out and be like, dude, I don't even know what it is, but my kids can't fucking stop talking about you all of a sudden. Like, they talk about you all the goddamn time. Like, shit. Really? Okay. You can because you have to understand they're constantly hearing your thoughts. Everybody who you're referring to is hearing your thoughts all the time. Okay. So this is where I've tested this. Okay. I tested this without knowing that I was testing it. So you're welcome. You're fucking welcome, bitches. Okay. Where I literally, and then throw random shit out there at random times. Okay. You can leverage anger. You need to understand you can leverage anger. No problem. You can leverage all that shit. Okay, so there's been times when I have been frustrated or upset, and I had said something just one time. But on wasn't clocking the shit, but like 3 or 4 different occasions, I said something one time. It wasn't about me, it wasn't about my SP. However, it pushed out. It pushed out word for word, verbatim, what I had said on 3 or 4 separate occasions was parroted back to the person that I was talking about. Yes, because they're constantly hearing your thoughts. So they said, literally, I was floored. I didn't tell a single person, like, because my inner conversations, right? I didn't say shit to anybody. But then when it was said to me, I was like, oh shit, that was word for word what I said. And it wasn't said to me, it was said to the person I was referring to. Okay. You can do that all the time. Okay. All the time. That's how you leverage. Okay. You're fucking welcome. You're welcome. It's exhausting giving away all this advice. It's exhausting. I hear somebody over here like, my other appointment was canceled, so can you come early? No, bitch, I'm busy. I'm fucking busy. Okay. Let's go. And Linda, Jay, don't trip. I saw your thing. So hold on because I got to go back up. So I will respond to you. Okay. Your SP has gone out of a relationship. So how do I get them to not miss their ex and just focus on us? Okay. First of all, user 449. Stop putting that shit out there. That's how you can change that. Okay. So he's out of the relationship. So don't breathe life into it. Okay. Because it's no different than gutter trash. The more you breathe life into it, you bring her right back out the dumpster. Fuck her. No, bye. Bye. Okay. So instead, don't tell yourself that he misses her. No. In fact, that was the best decision he ever fucking made. That was the best decision he ever made. In fact, he feels so much better. Like in our conversation, he feels 100% better that they're not together anymore. Like he was so over that shit. Like this is the best decision he ever made. And he has never been happier. He has never been happier. That's what you need to tell yourself. Okay. Don't breathe life into him missing her. What the fuck? Hell no. Hell no. Okay, Rosil. And how can I make him not leave me anymore because he doesn't feel anything for me? Because he always comes back, but always the history always repeats. Of course it does, Rosil. You want to know why history always repeats itself? This is where that saying comes from. Because he comes back. But here's the thing. When you know that they always come back, here's the problem with that. They must leave for them to come back. They have no choice but to leave to come back because you know that they always come back. Okay. Does he always come back? That's a great assumption when you're not together because he will come back. However, you have to evolve. You cannot manifest him back and then he's back and be like, job fucking done. Job done. Now I'll go back to the same shitty patterns of our past relationship over and over and over again and then be shocked when the relationship ends the same fucking way. You can't do that. You cannot do that. So instead, you have to push forward and be like, no, he's coming back and he's coming back, one, as the version that I want him to be for me. And two, I'm going to break patterns. I'm going to break patterns. I'm going to rewrite history, if you will. So anytime something comes up and you find yourself saying, he's done this before. Is he going to do this again? No, that's a pattern. So it only takes 2 times for them to do something to create a pattern. Okay. So it's up to you to break the pattern. So he comes back. You guys are talking all the time. And you guys make plans to go out on a date on Friday. And he's like, okay, great. And you're like, okay, great. And then all of a sudden the closer it gets to Friday, because he's canceled in the past, all of a sudden you find yourself questioning, like, are we really going to go on this date on Friday? Nope. That's your chance to break the pattern. So now you persist forward and say, he's absolutely taking me on the date on Friday. He always keeps his words. He literally always keeps his commitments with me 100% of the time. Okay. Break the pattern. So then he shows up on the date on Friday. You've now broken the pattern. Okay. So now you persist forward. Next time he makes plans to come see you, if you find yourself dipping in an old thing, like, oh, he's done this before. Nope. He just came to see me last Friday. He always keeps his word with me. Okay. Push forward. If you guys are in constant communication and he starts talking to you all day long, all day, every day, and then all of a sudden, you don't hear from him for 6 hours. Nope. Now you have to break said pattern. Excuse me while it gets dark for one hot second. And now we're back. I mean, really, I have fucking 20-foot chargers. I just need to get that shit out. This won't happen for very much longer, actually. The scenery will be changing very soon. So anyway, that's a chance to break the pattern. So you don't hear from him for 12 hours? No, absolutely not. He's just busy. He's going to call me back. He's going to call me back. He's going to call me back any minute now. He'll call you back. Okay? Instead of being like, oh God, he's ghosting me again. Oh God, he's going cold again. No. You can't do that. You must only persist forward. Break the patterns as they arise. Okay? And you'll know. Okay? All right. Now let me go to Linda, baby. Hold on. Oh, here we are. Okay, Linda. Peeping Linda. That's what I'm going to call you from now on, bitch. Peeping Linda. Snooping Linda. My SP just posted with a gutter trash now on Facebook. So, you know what you just saw? What you just saw is him posting a picture of a fucking coworker, a cousin. I don't give a shit if he has 55,000 cousins. So that's what he's got. That's what he has. Okay? Your subconscious mind does not know that your SP posted a picture with anybody. It only knows what you tell yourself. So if you're going to tell yourself that he just posted a picture with gutter trash now on Facebook, then that's what you're going to know. That's what you're going to know. But all of you, okay, listen. All of you need to start understanding. You need to repeat this shit to yourself every time you fucking think. That's right, Jackie. Every time you guys think for one hot little fucking sec that anytime you get triggered by anything on social fucking media, you need to tell yourself social media is not real. It's not fucking real at all. It's not real. No one posts their dirty fucking laundry unless they're 12 on social media. Okay? They don't do that. They do nothing but live a picture perfect life on social media, right? They live picture perfect life. Celebrities are the quintessential of this, where all of a sudden they're posting away, then boom, People Magazine says they're getting a divorce. You're like, well, and social media certainly didn't imply that. Of course it didn't. Of course it didn't. People keep their dirty laundry behind closed doors. They don't air the shit out to whole Facebook land. Why would they do that? So instead, they'd rather make their life look perfect online. And then you guys are reacting to the shit. Fuck them. Now, if you want to, affirm gutter trash right back to the dumpster she crawled out of. Like, absolutely not. No, that bitch is fucking nuts. Act like you know her personally. Be like, that bitch is fucking crazy. Like, literally. He fucking hates her. No. Everything she does annoys him. He fucking hates her. All they do is argue. She's gone away. She's completely gone away. No, fuck that. That's what you need to do. If you're going to snoop, then you need to, there's that saying, what you seek, you will find. Yeah, that's why. Because you're looking for shit, so you read into shit. You very much read into things. Okay, like you're looking through their phone because you're like, I wonder who he's talking to. Then all of a sudden you see a text between him and some bitch that says, hey, what's up? You're like, see, I knew it. He's cheating. Bitches said, hey, what's up? But you were seeking for something. So you're reading into shit. You're reading into stuff. These things on social media is designed to get people to break up. That's all it's designed to do, is to create drama in your life. That's it. It has one motive only, and that is to create drama in your life. Why do you think they hire the best stalkers in the world to fucking create updates for social media? Like Instagram. Would you like to share your location? Why the fuck would I share my location on Instagram? For what? No, I do not want to share my location on Instagram. Would you like to add your contacts as friend suggestions? No. Why would I need to add every contact on my fucking phone from 25 years to my Instagram account? Why do I need to know when people read my messages? Why do I need to know that shit? And then if I have Facebook open on my desktop, oh, well, why do you automatically open my messages for me? Who the fuck decided that? Why do I need to know all that shit? Because that's their job. That's their job, to create drama. Why are you letting it? Why are you letting it? Discipline yourself. Discipline yourselves. And understand the shit is not real. People live fake ass lives online every fucking day. Every day. Who the hell is going to put their laundry out there unless they're benefiting financially off of it? They're not. They're not. This shit isn't real. So if you're going to check, then you know what you should be doing is controlling the narrative. How many times I got to tell you guys that before you even click on social media, if you know, because you know you're about to go snooping. So if you're going to check on social media, well, then you know what you better do? You better start affirming. You better start affirming the entire time you're checking, because that's all your subconscious mind knows is he fucking hates that bitch. Why you're looking at a whole ass picture of them and you're like, no, he fucking hates her. He fucking hates her so much. That's what you need to remember. That's what you need to remember. Because all it does is deter you, get your thoughts fucked up, which gets your reality fucked up too. That's all it does. That's all it does is trigger you. Every time you get triggered, it fucks with your mentality. And then it pushes out over and over and over again. Now what seemed to be headed in the right direction relationship is now on very rocky foundation because you were too in your fucking feelings and your feelings and thoughts were aligning over and over and over again because you're reacting to fucking everything. This is where I tell you guys need to fucking relax. You need to relax, breathe. I'm not going to react. Oh, that's what today is going to be. I'm going to write these down because we're going to have weekly days. Okay. Like Monday is Don't Question Shit Monday. Okay. You know what today is? Today is Don't React to Shit Wednesday. No reacting today. I don't want you to react to a goddamn thing. I don't give a shit what you see. I don't care what the fuck you see. You are not going to react to shit today. Nope. Because every time you react, you let your 3D win. Every fucking time you react, the 3D wins. Why? Why would you do that? But every time you don't react, you evolve. Every time you don't react, you become a better person. And every time you don't react, you say, fuck the 3D. You think you're going to win? Better luck next time, bitch. Better luck next time. Because they shit triggering me. I don't think so. I don't think so. Because the only way your reality will change is if you change. You gotta stop reacting to shit. You all need to stop reacting. Okay? Nothing to react to. Fuck that. I'm not reacting to shit. Nope. Because if you think the 3D is going to come in my fucking reality and win, you got me fucked up. I don't think so. The only one that has a say so in my reality is me. And I am not reacting to a damn thing. And neither are you. You're going to react to gutter trash? Seriously? Seriously? I don't fucking think so. I do not think so. I ain't reacting to gutter trash, period. You think I'm going to you think you should let gutter trash win? By getting a reaction from you? No. I don't fucking think so. Nope. I don't think so. I'm not going to react. Tell yourself that. I'm not going to react. Nope. I am not going to react. I am not going to react. Oh. Dream woman gutter trash is what law of assumption people call third parties. We don't call them third parties here because third parties imply competition. We don't compete with trash. So we call them gutter trash. Okay? It's our own little saying here. Okay, but that's what you guys have to remember is you cannot not let the 3D win. Not let the 3D fuck with your thoughts. Because you're giving control to the 3D, but you want it to change. The only way it's going to change is if you stop reacting, if you take your power back, if you straighten your crown and you say, not today, I ain't reacting to shit. Because I want to get my shit. And if I need to get my stuff, and the only way I can get my stuff is by not reacting, well, then you know what? I ain't reacting at anything. Not at anything. Nope. Except for what I want to see. That I'll react to. Because it's a good reaction. And I'm going to assign nothing but the meaning I want to everything. To everything. I don't give a crap what they say. I don't give a crap what they say. I don't care if they say, I just don't have the same feelings for you. What you heard was, baby, I love you so much. Like, I cannot get enough of you. That's right. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. I ain't reacting to that shit. Nope. I didn't hear anything. What the fuck did you just say? No, I don't think so. You're obsessed with me, bro. But thanks. Try again. Try again. I'll tell you what I want to hear. Thanks, Tracy, girlfriend. I'll tell you what the hell I want to hear. And I'm going to tell you, 3D, what my shit is going to be. I'm going to show you what I want reflected. And the only way I can show you what I want reflected is in my mind. So that's all I'm going to focus on. In my mind. So it reflects out fucking here. Do you understand? So what is today? Don't react to shit Wednesday. No reacting to a goddamn thing. We are not reacting to shit unless it's favorable. That is it. We will not react. We'll change it in our mind, and we will only see what we want to see. And if I don't see what I want to see, I don't think so, I will change it in my mind. Like I said, if that means that he has 5,000 cousins, well, I guess he's got 5,000 cousins then, doesn't he? Yeah, it sure does. Sure does. That's it. Doesn't mean it's shit. Yeah, you're not reacting to your bank account. I don't even know what you're talking about. Welcome to Mo, because you're reacting to your bank account, bitch, because that shit is growing. Yeah, that shit is growing, bitch. Okay. Georgie. When having doubts, what should I do? Flip them. Flip them. Do you want it or do you not? Kill the doubt. Focus on what you want. Okay, Dream Woman, I'll answer your question, then I got to dip. Well, now you do, Lisa. It's don't react to shit Wednesday. You know, like Taco Tuesday, but don't react to shit Wednesday. Okay, Dream Woman, I'll answer your question before I got to go. What if I'm at a crossroads for option A or B and I don't know which one to pick if I like both? Well, let them fight for your affection. Figure out what you want, okay? You need to get very clear on what you want from your SP. What is it that you want in a perfect relationship? What do you want? First one to conform wins. That's how I would look at it. Is what do I want in a perfect relationship? What does that look like to me? How do I want them to treat me? How do I want them to make me feel? Who do I want them to be for me? There is no limits. Tell yourself that. Say they, or you can say he, and let's see which one conforms. Which one shows up that way? Which one gives you everything that you fucking want? Which one is checking all the goddamn boxes? Chick, 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 chick. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. You know what I'm saying? That's right. Which one that conforms first? Race to the finish line. Race to the finish line. What do I want? What do I want? What do I want? First person to buy me a fucking Louis Vuitton bag wins. I'm just kidding. First person to buy me a fucking Louis Vuitton bag wins. I'm just kidding. Oh, well, SP just got I will welcome to SP just totally got a whole fucking, SP just got a large chunk of money in his bank. He can always pay his rent. His rent is paid on time every time. Can you use prayer with manifestation as well? Yes, you can. It's the same thing. Why do you pray, Prizzy? You pray because you pray not hoping your prayer is going to be answered. That's fucking stupid. You pray because you expect your prayer to be answered, but this is why they say on God's timing. Okay, it's not on God's timing. It's when you decide. That's what it is. Okay, so that is what manifestation is. The same expectation that you have about praying and that it's going to be fulfilled, that same expectation you need to put into manifestation. It's the same thing. Okay? All right, my loves, I love you. I gotta go. I love you, besties. And I will see you in the WhatsApp group. I'll see you in the text message wherever we're meeting at. And I will see you all tomorrow. Now remember, don't react to shit today. Okay? All right. I love you, besties. Bye.